Alright.
Are we live?
I think so.
We're live! Okay. So...
At least, like, I guess I should have done the starting soon thing. 'Cause
it's fine. We don't need to do any
the
of that.
first minute usually, like, gets chopped off
Yeah.
or whatever.
Okay, fuck it. Start it over.
Nah, that's fine. We'll just, like, talk about nothing for a minute.
Oh.
Like, There, we did it.
Yeah, nothing. Well, now that we got all that nothing out of the way,
Mm-hmm.
what are we doing tonight, Redbeard?
I don't know. Some sort of... We're going to Canada?
Yeah, we're going to Canada.
Sweet.
But only one of us can go.
Okay.
So we gotta play this magic game
To
to get... Because
there
there can only be one. So, yes.
We're playing Canadian Highlander.
Which is a magic format that is... I like their description of 100-card vintage cube constructed.
Yeah.
Like, it's... Because that's kind of what it is. It's 100-card singleton.
Right.
It's 1v1.
Yeah.
And it has the vintage ban list, so no silver border, no dex cards, no ante.
Okay.
But then... Well, then you're thinking, well, wait... Phillip, doesn't
Cool,
that
I'm just
mean
gonna
that...
run my Power 9.
I'm just gonna run all the Power 9 all at once. Well, unfortunately, you can't. At least not all at once. The super powerful cards are given point values. For instance, the Power 9 Moxes are 3 points apiece. And a deck can only have 10 points. So, the most common things that get pointed are Tutors, Fast Mana, and Degenerate.
Yeah, there's only like 30 cards on the ban list.
It's not that many.
Yeah,
it's not.
Maybe not even that much. And the highest pointed card I think is 7.
It's 7, which is...
Is that Black Lotus?
I think that's Ancestral Recall.
Or Ancestral Recall, yeah.
Lotus might be 7 points.
Yeah.
But so yeah, and then when
So
I
it's
say
pretty loose, but
it's pretty loose, and you can honestly like, I think the most mono red will run is like I think they won't even like ever hit 10 points usually.
Oh yeah.
They'll play a Mox, they'll play Waste, they'll play Mox, they'll play Strip Mine.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's kind of whatever they feel. They might splash for something, or they'll run some of the good equipment like Jite. Well, even some mono red lists don't run Jite. Too slow, but is still really good. And that's what I mean by a degenerate card. Jite and True Name Nemesis are cards that fundamentally change how your opponent is allowed to interact with the game.
Right.
So they're a point apiece.
Right.
And even still, that's 1 out of 10 points. So yeah. What do we have in front of us here, though, Chris?
So I've been a Commander or EDH. Well, I've been playing Commander since it was called EDH.
Yep.
For a while. So I have my collection of Commander decks. But they've kind of been stagnating a bit. I think I put this Karametra deck together about the time that Karametra came out in Theros, or Born of the Gods, which I think that's Born of the Gods. Right?
Yeah, that was Born of the Gods, because the demigods, or the 2-color gods, were not in the original one. So yes, they I believe we got...
Wait, it was Theros...
It was... Oh, that is... Oh, no. That's Journey into Nyx.
Journey to Nyx. That's right. I'm like, there were 3.
Yeah, Theros,
Okay. Anyway.
Born of the Gods, Journey into Nyx.
So since about the time Karametra was printed is when I built this deck, which is mostly late. It's shifted around a little bit. Started out with just kind of like green and white big stuff with some ramp and minor white control. Lately it's kind of shifted into all of the landfall cards I could get a hold of.
Just as much landfall as...
Yeah, and then still just like some beady green stuff.
Yeah, green, white stomping.
Other than that, I have here a Slimefoot that I threw together recently, barely gotten to even play. An Athreos deck, which is probably one of my favorites.
It feels very unique because it has very interesting lines.
It runs, I think, like 12 board wipes,
something like that. It was a lot.
Board wipes, return to board cards.
Board wipes, anti-board wipes.
And when this creature dies, things
Do a thing. Or ETB.
or enter the battlefield. Even
Right. And the idea is value.
Ailey is
It's like a really slow flicker deck.
yeah, kind of. Ailey is an aristocrat's life gain deck, and then I have the Amenatau, the Fate Shifter deck from Commander 2018 with minor changes. I probably swapped out like 5 or 6 cards, honestly.
Okay.
One of which was to add a top. So I do have a top.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Oh, good. You do have an Edison's Pilgrim.
Yeah. I was actually thinking that earlier today. And then we also have a Avard the Cursed Brawl deck, which might have some useful stuff.
Yeah, there were some good cards printed in Dominaria. Like, do you have the destroy target non-legendary creature kill spell? Because it's certainly viable.
I have the exile all non-land permanents that aren't legendary.
Right. Yeah. That card's not quite as playable, but I mean, there were playable cards in Dominaria, right?
Yeah.
But
it's not. I mean, it's some Amonkhet and Kaladesh.
It's Brawl.
It's Brawl from a few months ago, so it hasn't been updated since Ravnica was introduced, and
it's awesome.
Amonkhet went out.
Yeah. And Kaladesh rotated out at the same
Oh
time.
yeah. Which was really weird. Like Kaladesh was around for years.
It's because they initially it was going to actually rotate out quicker, but then they realized that basically people didn't like how quick sets were rotating out, so they swapped back.
Yeah.
And so Kaladesh got to be
a weird in between place.
I think personally I would have waited until after Kaladesh rotated out to change the rule, but I think just how the releases were and when they wanted the rotations to be.
Yeah, there was like a 2-year period where they were really fucking around with the way standard worked, but
sure.
I'm kind of glad we're back to core sets. And, anyway, neither here nor there. Because this isn't even a standard format we're playing.
No.
So I think just kind of looking at what I've done of my research of the meta, and Phillip has been doing Highlander for a couple months now.
I definitely say I've been playing, like actively playing with people who have built Highlander decks for about 7 months. I've been listening to the wonderful podcast North 100, which is a Highlander podcast. They've been going for a little more, I think about 1.5 years ish now.
Okay.
They're on like 70-ish episodes, and they've been
so that's about 1.5 years.
Yeah, they've been doing about an episode a week for quite a while, so something close to that. And then even before they did the podcast, Loading Ready Run did a few Highlander streams. So I've definitely been more aware of it for, I would say about 2-ish years. And
honestly, I'm not even totally convinced that this is the format for me. Because I don't typically play super competitive. I mean, I play Commander mostly, which is probably the most, or has the potential to be the most casual of formats, depending on your play group.
Definitely.
But I'm intrigued. I want to check it out, see if I can just maybe get a deck together, kind of see what kind of... Because I do prefer slower formats, definitely. I'm not a huge fan of modern or vintage, where you hardly see past turn 3.
Right. Or you can, but I would definitely agree that those formats have a reputation.
And it also seems like this has a lot broader spectrum of what you can play with.
Oh yeah, that's my biggest draw, is the meta is not solved because the nature of, because there's this is something we didn't mention, there is no sideboard,
right?
Which means you have to be usually very in tune with your play group, with your store, with your meta, and kind of learn what people bring, what the usual kind of turnout is.
Yeah.
And so no one deck has all the answers.
And it also, it is a 100-card singleton format.
So that does create
you don't
variance.
even necessarily, I mean, your deck isn't going to perform the same way every time you play.
Sure.
So looking from just looking at what I have in my collection and looking at the meta, we were thinking that something like a Selesnya mid-range would be a good place
something.
to look at.
Yeah, I think Selesnya and maybe
A splash of black.
a splash of black for some Abzan, just because, just a mid-range value, kind of style deck.
So a lot of that is probably going to come from my Karametra deck. I'm sure. There's probably some other things scattered throughout here that we can pick out. I have 4 of these decks are white, and 2 of them are green.
Right.
And 4 of them are black. So,
surely
I kind of have a particular kind of so mid-range. What exactly are we looking for with?
So
what does mid-range mean in this format?
In this format, typically speaking, at least and definitely in the terms of Selesnya, your goal almost every game wants to be turn 1 mana dork, turn 2 3 or 4 drop. Like that's the goal. Is you want to play a land, play an Arbor Elf. Next turn, play a land, tap everything sideways, throw down Loxodon Smiter.
Something with at least 4 power. If we,
Right.
we
Yeah. And that's the kind of other goal is. Yeah. I would say, your goal is also for any of your threats is to play a creature with 1 more power than the cost you paid to play it. Or at the very least even, and you get some really good upsides.
Sure.
Actually, believe it or not, I was just going through because this is this is
your
my
bulk. Box of uncommon.
Yeah, it's your bulk.
Commons, uncommons.
This card here, Arborback Stomper.
Oh yeah, that's
Totally playable. It is 5 mana. It has 5 power, trample, but when it comes in, you gain 5 life. That's a big deal against aggressive decks. And if you're throwing that down on turn 4 or 3 against mono red, they're gonna have a very hard time coming back from that because you probably just undid at least 2 cards worth of damage. You have a body, and it has 4 toughness, which is a very important threshold for removal in this format.
Yeah, for sure.
Because a lot of decks actually like playing the cheap, efficient burn spells as their removal.
Especially if you're playing something that has like Ending the Drake and that sort of thing.
Yeah, stuff like that, and because they're also versatile because they can go to the dome. So Arborback Stomper is basically your poor man's or second copy of Thragtusk.
Right. Which I don't have. So
But you know what? You have an Arborback Stomper, and arguably against the mono red matchup, the burn aggressive matchup. In a way, so Thragtusk has 3 toughness, which means it's boltable, but it then replaces itself with a 3/3, and that's where you get the awesome value. In a way, it's kind of the same because this has 4 toughness, which just means it's not boltable.
So right now, I'm just going through and picking out from my Karametra deck 1 drops and less than 4 drops.
Sure.
Because I figure that's kind of the range we're looking at.
I'm kind of going through bulk. I found some mana dorks. I don't remember, Chris. Do you own Sylvan Caryatid? The 2 mana 0/3 with hexproof, and it taps for any color of mana. It's a defender.
I believe I do.
Okay. If you did, it would be in the Karametra deck. I was just curious because there's this card, Overgrown Battlement. It's actually fine because
tap to add 1 green for each defender you control.
There are in some places in Selesnya just some incidental value defenders. For instance, Sylvan Caryatid. It's a 2 mana 0/3 with defender and hexproof, and it taps for 1 mana of any color. It's great. It has hexproof. It has 3 toughness, which means it blocks aggro very well.
Yeah.
And then you get incidental value off this. Or like Wall of Blossoms, a 2 mana 0/4 defender that draws you a card. Or Wall of Omens draws you a card. So there are just some actually good anti-aggro cards that fuel things like Overgrown Battlement.
Yeah.
If we wanted to go a little bit higher up the curve.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. The only one I saw that I had in Karametra was Jedi Offshoot, which isn't great. Probably.
It's not
a
great.
1 for a 0/3 with Defender and Landfall gain a life.
Yeah, it's not for this deck. There are actually Highlander decks that would play this.
Yeah.
As a Assaulti Lands combo, a Surge deck.
Yeah.
A player very well known for wanting to make Fast Bond a thing. Okay, yeah, you have a Burbs.
Yep.
So yeah, like that's actually a big deal.
Yep.
For what we want to do.
Yeah, I knew for certain I'll be running that.
Yeah, so like the do you have a Temple Gardens? The green-white shock?
No, I don't. I think
Okay.
the only...
That's fine.
I don't have any of the untap dual lands. That's actually my biggest weakness, I believe.
Which is probably what's going to keep you in Selesnya and not 3-color. Yeah. And the fact that you're in green is...
that's the... Sun Petal Grove.
That's... Yeah. Green helps you with that. Green ramps, green fixes.
Yeah. So I've got a Guild Gate, I've got a Sun Petal Grove,
yeah,
I've got a Stirring Wildwood, which is a man land.
And the Stirring Wildwood goes in because it's not counterable, which means it does very well against.
I don't know if I need to make those, but...
it does very well against control decks.
Yeah. It's a dude that can't be countered, and it has reach.
And 4 toughness.
And 4 toughness, which is relevant.
So yeah, a general consensus in the Highlander format is you never want to play a land that comes into the battlefield tapped.
Yeah, I know.
Which is something a rule we might have to temporarily break for, because of fixing or other things. But again, like I think green with a splash of white is probably what we'll be looking at. I think honestly, like a slow down ramp deck where like your goal is to like Crater Hoof Behemoth something out or an Overrun out or S effect is a pretty legit one. Do you have any tutors in your
in black?
In I'm Karametra.
Karametra. I do have Court of Calling.
Court of Calling totally works as a potential one.
I have Court of Calling. I think that may be the only...
Right, which probably what that means is instead of going more in on like the all-in hoof 'em out or big thing deck, we'll probably look more at a mid-range deck that can hoof.
Sure.
I'm
not trying. I don't need to hoof to win, but
hoofing feels good.
Yeah.
Hoofing makes me feel good. I'll stop.
Thank you.
See, I wish I had packed my magic stuff because.
Well, I kind of want to do this with my own stuff.
Yeah, I know. I just wish, but like, for instance, Sylvan Library is a card that you would really want for this deck.
Sure.
That I have 2 of.
Oh, I didn't know that existed.
What is it?
It's a naturalize effect for 1.
Right. Those are actually, they're not bad. You would play them in a meta. You would probably never play this having no knowledge of what other decks there were.
Right.
But if there's a deck, like if you were going into our store, which on average for a Highlander tournament gets at this point 7 to I think at least 7. We've gotten as high as 13 or 14.
people playing in a tournament.
Right. If you knew that there was going to be a Paradox Academy deck, which is an artifact-centric combo deck that wants to use the Paradox engine,
right,
or a Kiki Jiki Pod deck,
sure, yeah,
you would play that main board.
Yeah. So building against the meta of what people are playing that night is not as fun.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
At all. Like, if, for instance, a player who kind of helped us get our Highlander going, Daniel, he has played Grixis Delve every single tournament.
Right.
And there are and then Ada, for the first few tournaments, brought Necrotic Ooze combo, which is a very interesting combo. But both of these strategies care about their graveyards. I brought a lot of graveyard hate. I brought cards that disrupt those kinds of decks.
Right.
My deck is inherently disruptive, but like I very specifically brought cards for that. Abby, who we've had on stream before. Abby plays red. I'm playing a core Firewalker in any white deck I build because there's a 1 in 8 chance I'm gonna be playing Abby at some point.
Right.
Even
plus, if it's a 100 card deck, so
yeah.
if you need to fill up one slot that would help you to shut down one person.
Yeah, stuff like that. Also, like I said earlier, Red Burn is some of the most favored targeted removal in this format. So having a core Firewalker does work. And worst case scenario, though, it's a bear.
Yeah.
And like those are the kinds of cards like you won't see like a very niche
playable.
A very niche, this will only help me against this one matchup card.
Yeah.
You usually want to soften your meta choices.
Yes, sure.
Let's see here. Do you have a Scavenging Ooze?
I
you
don't
think you do?
I don't think I do.
You don't think you do? Okay. Can I see that pile of Karametra that I'm guessing is the pile that you thought was not great?
Well, that's just I
high?
was only sorting costs for now.
Oh, okay.
So that's 4 or more than 4.
Okay. Yeah, because if Avenger of Zendikar it's a playable card especially if we get into that ramp game.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit less playable when you don't have as many ways to cheat it out.
Right. Did you see the most recent Commander game with the plane chase?
I watched a good amount of it. They stayed on that plane for a really long time.
My favorite part was the Avenger of Zendikar for 2 plants.
Yep, on like turn 3.
I think it was turn 2 because he got turn 1 Soul Ring and Mind Stone.
Yep.
And then turn 2 land and Avenger of Zendikar.
Yeah. So we brought up this Nature's Claim, which is really good and strong in a high artifact enchantment meta.
Yeah.
But if you're not, you're playing Reclamation Sage.
Right.
Because
it's a body
worst case scenario, it's a body. Whereas Nature's Claim does nothing if a board has no artifacts or enchantments.
Yeah.
I am, though, actually super curious if you have actually enough stuff for like an Aristocrats deck.
I have gotten a lot of stuff recently specifically for that because right now I have an Ailey Aristocrats deck, a Slimefoot deck, which is
very Aristocrats,
and
you picked up some stuff
and I
for
picked up some stuff for Alesha. So
you like Aristocrats, you like synergistic engines.
I like things that do something because I like having triggered abilities.
Yeah,
is the main thing.
You like having a deck full of A's and B's.
Yeah,
and A's and B's doing stuff with each other.
Right.
not in a capital A, a capital B, I win the game.
Right. Exactly.
Soft synergy.
Did you already pull out one arcane thing?
I did. It's in.
I guess I have two.
I want to trade for one. Where did I set them down? Oh, there. I think. Well, there was a stack.
This stack.
Yes.
That was stuff from my binder, right?
Right, except not the Fraying Omnipotence. That just needed to go. It was a rare that wasn't pulled out.
Oh, okay.
Territorial Allosaurus. I really like it.
That's the one that fights when it pinches?
It can fight if you kick it. Otherwise, it's a 4-mana 5/5 that you're trying to drop on turn 3 or 2.
Yeah.
For you, you won't be dropping anything like that until as early as turn 3, I think, in most cases. But still. So yeah, like I think we could just go the very solid Selesnya mid-range where you pretty much won't have anything higher than CMC 5.
Yeah.
Or we can go for like a little bit more of a rampy deck.
I want to look at the mid-range first.
Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah.
I think that's more reliable.
Mm-hmm. Where. Yeah, I agree. So we probably then won't be playing Avenger of Zendikar or Cradlehoof, or we won't be hoofing anyone.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, where'd I set him down? I'm sure he's over there. I think you kept him. So we got our lands, we got that. Oh, he's right here.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, Llanowar Elves, white border. I think like the new Amara is very good. We probably won't be playing Leaf Guildtender if we're not going for the super ramp. Beast Within is
decent.
It's fine. You can get rid of something that is meaner than a 3/3, or you can turn one of your lands into a 3/3 and just beep beep.
Yeah.
If you need to. If we're probably not the Druid. I think we're still actually pretty happy playing the Overgrown Battlements in this because it's a 0/4. And a 0/4 blocks very well.
Yeah. Even if it doesn't have any extra value.
Sure. But there are plenty of cards that do give it value.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back. Did you ever grab the Marin of Clanel Toth commander deck?
No, which one was
the
that?
green-black Golgari one, when they were doing experience counters?
No, I really wanted to. It's really, like, unfortunately, like, the last 3 commander sets were coming out during times where I just couldn't afford to drop money on Magic.
Sure. And, yeah, which is sad because that's, like,
yeah, those were, like, some of the best ones.
And it's just very much your style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then there's this one.
Sure. This shuffling of cards just sounds the literal best.
Yeah. I don't think it's that bad.
So yeah. Then
I'm just about done sorting. At least getting the lands and the high costing stuff separated out, and then I'll go through and
we'll start figuring out the curve, yeah. Obviously, Swords to Plowshare and Path to Exile are going to be...
I'm actually not sure if I have a copy of Path right now.
Okay. Swords is fine. I mean, between the two, Swords is the more playable.
Yeah.
And again, like some of these cards we're mentioning that you would really want for this deck, and if you end up enjoying this, I have some duplicates I'd be willing to trade you for stuff that...
Yeah, for sure.
I very much like. I kind of want to... How do you feel, because I pulled a few of them aside, running some of the, like, 1 mana save a creature kind of thing, like God's Willing, 1 mana target creature gets protection. Blossoming Defense. Target that.
Oh, yeah,
actually,
Blossoming
Defense
Defense
is
is a
just
great
actually,
card.
yeah, it's just straight up actually playable. But just like actually getting just a few of these.
Yeah.
Like maybe a little bit
like,
higher. Than
I do
normal.
like combat tricks.
And it's definitely, this is definitely a format where they're not like the best, but they can just catch you off guard.
Right.
Because players in constructed formats almost never expect like combat trick, combat tricks. Which I just saw it. Where'd the Ranger's Guile? I thought I pulled out Go. I said it somewhere.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know. I mean, it's a picture of a ranger camouflaging themselves, so I feel justified in not being able to see it.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, it's just okay. We don't need the Starch Avenger.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know where
Yeah.
it went.
Oh well, I probably set it in a pile of things and then moved the pile of things. A lot of these gods willing. I played a lot of Theros.
I did play a lot of Theros.
Oh, and actually a lot of Conspiracy too.
Yeah. Okay. There's.
Yep, Soul Ring will
Soul
definitely just be
Ring.
one of your points. You're looking to high roll it into your opening.
I mean,
hand.
is the top just good
Top
in
is
any
just-
deck?
I think it's better in this where, I think in this kind of deck, yeah, it's fine. It's card filtering for when you're looking for your stuff. You're not super aggressive deck. And
Exploration's probably worth it, right? If we want to ramp or do we
not
wanna ramp?
really. It's better in Commander or in certain other decks, formats, but this one isn't super it because it's just a pretty bad top deck
Fair enough.
later in the game, and it might only ramp you kind of like maybe one or two extra lands.
I've got an expedition map.
I like it, but because you don't have any of the
special land.
special lands, the dark depths, Thespian Sage.
Sure. And then Field of Ruin is, I think, the best.
It is very
wasteland
good.
that I have.
Yeah. Ooh,
For
Banisher
certain
Priests.
type of thing. Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah, that's up. I think that's a fine card. I'm now looking through here. I'm really hoping you have a Palace Jailer somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised because we did play a good bit of Conspiracy, but
Yeah.
I
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
wouldn't necessarily hold my breath over it.
I haven't seen it yet, and I've gone through most of your right at this point. Let's see here. Banishing Light might be potentially just fine.
You can brainstorm.
Oh yeah, you can definitely brainstorm. Turn one.
They have that on a mat now.
Nice. Turn one brainstorm is actually generally wrong unless you're doing it in response to hand attack.
Yeah. That's kind of what I figured the joke was.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ah, look, I have a turn one playable.
Yep. Okay, wait, we're finding more. I found the conspiracy area, so we might have something here.
Oh, do you think the where was it?
Was it this? Saw you pull
that
it out.
too. I don't really know. That seems a little too slow.
It's probably too slow. Palace Jailer, we're good. Palace Jailer, super good.
Arcane Lighthouse is the one I was gonna ask.
Until end of. I would say no. There's generally just not enough hexproof and shroud,
Okay.
and the boots that usually give those
Yeah.
are not staples.
Oh, okay.
Like that's one
that
of
was
the
my main
reasons.
question.
Yeah, like that's why that is a commander staple. Is oh wow, I saw this Afgha Guardhound, and for a moment I thought it was a Isamaru.
Yeah,
the
that would have
one
been
man-
great.
Yeah, the second best Savannah Lion. second best Savannah Lion because it has 2 toughness.
Scoop Mob's a little too slow.
I think it is. If you were a more lands-focused thing, then maybe.
You don't need Amulet of Vigor. Soul Sisters.
No. Like, as much as, like, I want to build... I am very tempted to figure out that deck.
Yeah.
In this format.
Pillow Forting doesn't seem to be as much a thing in this, from what I've seen.
Right, and a large part of that is, I think, is partially because of kind of combo decks. Unless you're the prison deck, it's less Pillow Fort and more prison, where you're choking off your opponent's resources while making them unable to interact with you.
Yeah, sure.
I think that this might just actually be... I'm curious about this card. It's not great,
Inspiring
but just...
Cleric. When it enters the battlefield, gain 3/4, 3/2.
I'm very curious about playing cards like this that are very against aggressive strategies, and that in a lot of things like that, just like will buy you a turn because you gained 4 life.
Sure.
Is a facet of the game I'm curious about. And it's a 3/2, so like that's not a nothing body.
Right.
So yeah, definitely Field of Ruin will be getting in. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm very curious about Goreclaw.
Ooh.
I'm right. They didn't value her super highly in the M19 video.
Right.
But I honestly think in a lower budget-ish deck where you're not able to, ramp as hard or, have the best creatures, that she makes all of your other stuff just a little bit better.
Right.
Whereas, weirdly enough, in a higher budget deck, the other stuff is already good enough and is already out. Mm-hmm. Whereas Goreclaw can lead into making stuff better. So I'm curious to kind of see how she plays. I think these cards like Hero of Bladehold and Leonin Warleader, these just armies in a can,
right,
are exactly what you want to be doing. So yeah, I'm gonna start getting my side organized with Zakurb, and then you things like Silverblade Paladin are just
a good card,
just good magic. So let's see here.
Fair magic,
as Richard Garfield intended.
Oh, comeuppance. I like comeuppance.
I think it's actually playable.
Yeah.
I think it's a very interesting notion for your deck. For a deck.
Behemoth Sledge is probably one of the few equipment that I have that's actually decent. I mean, it is expensive.
It's a
play for 3, equip for 3.
Right.
Sakura Tri-Belter might go in. Frozen Grit. I don't know if that's. Too specific, we got the Rex Sage.
Yeah, we have the Rex Sage and the Knight of Autumn, which is super good. I picked these up super quick.
Definitely.
I forgot you don't need that. And again, Closing Grip is definitely one of those commander cards where I'm playing against 3 other opponents. Surely between them, there's going to be something I want to blow up.
Sure. What do you think of Shalai?
I like her a lot. I love this card because I think one of the things one of the best descriptions I read about it is she has 3 different abilities. If you took any one away, she would still be pretty decent.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a 4-drop. She's a 3/4 flying. You, planeswalkers, and other creatures have hexproof. And then she's a mana sink. Like, she's just good.
We have Nihilea, and we can.
I'm worried about your devotion to green, but I'm not opposed.
Well, yeah, but even as other creatures have trample and pay 4 to give something to.
Where was it hiding?
What?
The Ranger's Guile.
It was hiding
In plain sight. Okay. I think those are interesting. I think some of these.
There's a Ketra.
Oh, where'd I slammed down? Where'd the Palace Jailer go? I windmill slammed him.
I thought that was right.
I think I would. Oh, why are you in the 2-drop slot, you crazy boy?
Okay.
From watching you.
Sakura Tribe Elder.
Mm-hmm.
2 for 1/1.
I think he's fine. He blocks. He can ramp you if you do something. I think he's fine. I think he'll be one of our higher cuts potentials, but otherwise I think he is a fine card. We got not all the mana dorks, but a decent amount of mana dorks. Do you happen to know if you own a Deathrite Shaman?
I do not.
Okay. In case you were wondering, they are not super expensive anymore.
Well, yeah, because they got banned from Modern.
Even before they were banned. No, they got banned in Legacy.
Or Legacy.
They haven't.
Never keep those formats straight.
Sure. Those prices haven't changed. Like he was still like $5.
Oh, okay.
Before the ban. So that actually did not do very much to his price.
I'm just going through grabbing things that seem fine.
Sure. Let's see here. Where you grab Beast Within. I'm curious about the Rapid Vigor. Hey, Avani, how are you?
This belongs to someone down here.
Oh, thanks.
That's him. Wasn't me. I didn't do it.
I blame you.
For what? For getting my water?
No, I just blame him.
For leaving it. Presumably it was condensating on something.
On his bookshelf, but still.
Oh yeah, I'd set it down and then went to the bathroom and then came straight down.
It wasn't on my stuff. I was just being a nice roommate.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Jeez, Phillip.
Love you, Avani.
Uh-huh.
I really want to put Yannette in a deck. Like, it was this card
Oh yeah.
and the zombie Lich Lady
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
made me really want to build Esper midrange in this format.
Yeah, I might have taken her out of that deck because she didn't really fit in that deck.
She's an army in a box!
Yeah, but that's not really what that deck
Yeah,
was trying to do.
right. Do we Sun the Titan? We might.
Yeah.
Sun the Titan. Believe it or not, Sun Titan doesn't see a super high amount of play in this format. But yeah. I think Angel of Invention is
Oh yeah, I love
just good enough.
Hey,
So,
thanks for the bit.
Hey, check the drive. We got a bit. Thank you. Animate that. Cute.
I don't think we want that.
I am just curious about this card. I'm wondering if Merfolk Branchwalker is good enough. I think it is.
Which one's that?
That's there's the better version of it, the 3-mana one where you double explore. Like it's kind of like that card's just awesome, but
Yeah.
I think we're fine playing it smaller, a slightly smaller version of it.
Okay. So these.
Yeah.
That's my first.
I like this Rancor plan. I am very pro Rancor.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think it's slightly better in an aggro strategy rather than a more mid-range strategy, but I just think it's fun and good enough. So lay it on me. So what were some? Okay, Soul Ring, because that's our probably gonna end up being one of our only points in the deck.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
That's probably not gonna be
Oketra is... I'm very curious. I guess I'm just very hesitant about these because they can be
just be
turned
dead.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I feel like Oketra probably will be online
most of the time.
because we've got some good cheap stuff to play.
Yeah.
But
Like, I am not against it, and if you want to definitely try it, I am all up for trying.
yeah.
So,
That's nothing.
I'd be curious about Tristani. I'm just very worried about that mana cost.
Oh yeah. Like I said, this is just the first pass
Yeah.
of the current moment.
Amara, believe it or not.
Oh, is that actually? Oh,
It's typical.
how much is it?
Four
Oh, it's
mana?
4/4/3/3.
Yeah, flyer.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you play a land and get a burp.
Hyper's
It's
not worth it in this.
no, not as such. Not if you had more tutors. She would be fine. I would love to see her in a Highlander deck.
Yeah. Okay. So these are the ones that I definitely was like, yeah, that's for sure.
Sure, comeuppance. I'm very pro. Weirdly enough, at least with the cards we actually have out here, you have a slightly higher right now anyway. Slightly higher, like the white and green is very even. A lot of the green is here at the bottom.
Yeah.
But then we're getting up the double white pips.
Yeah.
Are
We have an
wait.
Elspeth Terrell.
So let's see here.
I thought I had the other Elspeth. Somewhere.
Champion of the Sun.
No.
Knight Errant.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just.
I like Elspeth Terrell. I think she's fine. Her -2, just coming down with her -2 is
Do we
pretty
need
good.
any?
So
Wrath
this
effects?
is actually interesting that you pull these out. So many people would say the mid-range deck does not want to play board wipes, right? But I think it's an interesting notion, though. Like the idea is that an opponent usually against mid-range has to commit to the board to keep up with mid-range's plays.
Right.
And then, so the aggro deck has to go full speed, and then, or the other mid-range deck. The idea is that you bait out them playing as many the board as possible, because mid-range decks want to race. And the idea is that the Day of Judgment just like lays everything low, and then you just windmill slam something else. So it's definitely an interesting.
I did notice them
notion
saying that land destruction, like the destroy all lands cards, are very strong.
It's a very
When you have
attractive reason.
dorks.
It's a very attractive reason to go. One of the reasons to play white. My deck is running both of the Armageddons, Armageddon and Ravages of War. Ravages of War basically being the $50 version of $2 Armageddon. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting notion. No, we don't have Thune over here. Let's get that. Let's get this baby over here. There's no way she's not going in.
I don't know if we have enough legendaries to make Black Blade worth it.
I'm very, very hesitant on that one.
Oketra's Monument I think costs too much.
I think it costs too much. You're correct. Or it's definitely much more of a setup card, where you're really looking to play like a 6-drop on turn 3.
I don't know if we need O-Ring, because we've got the Palace Jailer.
We have the Palace Jailer. We
And
have
the
Banisher Priest,
Banisher
which
Priest.
turns sideways. At the same time, Oblivion Stone isn't killed by creature removal.
Yeah.
But it kind of then moves into, like, if you wanted to play an Oblivion Ring effect, you would much rather just start playing whites and play, like, Anguished Unmaking, Vindicate, stuff like that.
I have a couple of these, not great equipments, but
Interesting ones.
Yeah.
I am at the very least. I am curious about this one.
Forebear's Blade.
I think the 3 mana and 3 equip is just
Yeah.
It's way more staggering.
It's nice. I mean, once you get it out and get it equipped, you don't have to
Sure.
pay it again. which is the advantage, but
I like the
actually probably
Banisher Priest.
or Grand Abolisher.
Grand Abolisher is definitely something we're going to consider. Soon we're going to start looking at our mana base.
There's a Wall of Reverence that I don't know if that kind of fits into the. It's a little high up.
Yeah, it's a little high up, and for 4 mana, that's definitely something you want to be turning sideways to win the game.
We've got a Luminarch Ascension, which you have to wait.
I think a little too long. I think
4 turns.
I think it would be something interesting for the a more control deck.
Yeah.
And let's just start getting an idea of how many cards we have so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19. Right now, we are at 33. Of course, is definitely getting into this deck. So 34 cards. We want to get to about 64-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Sheltering Light has the Scry, and again, like if that's something you want to really try out to just kind of get them. I think weirdly enough, I think the Familiar.
I like the Familiar. It's kind of like it's like a little sad robot.
Yeah, it's a mini sad robot.
Which I do have a sad robot.
Right. So yeah, let's see here. So yeah, we've got all that going for us.
Do we want to run them?
I'm not against it.
I feel like we need some more lower. We're not really doing. I really liked the Thalia that had similar effect to Blind Obedience.
Yes.
I really wish I had a copy of that.
I think I have 3. I think I have 2 in a promo. Or a promo in 1. I know I have multiples. And that's what I'm kind of starting to say is I think there are some white cards I definitely have some of that you would be... I actually think this guy is moderately playable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When it leaves the battlefield, choose an opponent who has more lands than you. Search your library for a number of planes equal to the difference. Put one of them on the battlefield tapped and the rest in your hand. Yeah, potentially.
Yeah. I do remember them actually talking pretty favorably.
Divinity of Pride.
It's the 5 whites.
Yeah.
Like
main
your mana. Like if we were Orzhov, I would say 100% get in there. But we're not. If we were mono white.
Oh, Danitha's a good.
Danitha is just there is value. It is sad that we don't have any. Actually, Skullclamp. Skullclamp will get into this deck.
I wasn't sure about that because
Skullclamp is great.
Did you already grab it?
I did not. It's presumably in. Where's the pile that has Slimefoot or Ailey? Because it's probably in one of those piles. Yeah. No, Skullclamp is great.
I wasn't sure if I would have anything to clamp.
It's not just about clamping for immediate draw
also,
value. It's
it also has another ability.
Yeah, it's also put it on a high value. Put it on a high value creature that you know like this is where their next removal spell has to go or they can't win.
What do you think of this one? I guess we're not really doing a shutdown strat.
I think
Gideon's Intervention.
I know I don't like it. You have to know a single card in their deck.
Yeah, because I guess this is definitely not.
Yeah.
This isn't as consistent as far as
no.
You're not going to be facing this.
I am curious about these.
Moldiah Channel. I kind of like it.
I like them too, but I feel like they're a card where
it's either a 5/5 or it taps for 2
mana. Right.
Depending on what the top card of your deck is.
And I feel like it's always one of those cards that you see in Magical Christmas Lands, but then when you play with it, it's like it's never on the mode you need when you need it on that mode.
Okay.
So okay, but you know what? We haven't. I just pulled out what I saw in the binder. So let's.
Oh yeah.
Flip open the
Let me
binder.
look through here. And you can look through. That was my first pass. See if there's anything I might have missed. Actually, did I even look at these ones? I don't think there's much here though. Evolutionary Elite, maybe.
Did you get the Vampire Commander deck?
No.
Damn.
Pretty much the only commander
Mm-hmm.
constructed decks I got were the Nahiri one, the Aminata one, and
I'm curious if Value Revelark is just good enough. Oh, I was
I
was
a lot of
asking.
targets.
I was asking because there's the Blood's Forged Battle Axe, which is it's just an axe that copies itself whenever you connect. Oh right, this boy.
Ajani,
Get that
Adversary
boy.
of Tyrants.
Get that boy out of the binder.
Oh look, it was emblem too.
Get that boy out of the binder.
Emrakul, the Aeon Storm.
Oh, we'll have to wipe half of this and turn it into a ramp deck. I think this guy might be playable.
The Angel
Well,
Sanctions.
I am beginning to worry about
We're getting a little bit too high.
high in the white. So let's
Sort of
remember
back a
him,
little bit.
remember him fondly, and move on.
Yeah. Same with Giselle, Goldmane, that kind of
He's
thing.
I think there's and he's just a bit more. I'm a bit more okay with the Armada work. He's a big boy that
Who
puts
brings a
down.
friend.
He brings a friend to the party, and that's
We don't have
not a
anything
bad
else in
thing.
our 6th slot so far.
Right, but we're kind of okay with that, honestly. This
Or
guy,
the first tree.
let's see.
I actually think that could work because we can upgrade him. if
Yeah,
we
he
need to.
is a bit white intensive on those upgrades.
Yeah. But by the time that I need, by the time I'm on 4, I'll probably have. 2
Yeah.
white. He goes. Let me just remind myself. He starts out as a 1/1 for 1, and then 1 for 1 and a black or white, he becomes a 3/3, and then for 2 and a 2 black or 2 white or whatever, gets trample and lifelink, so he becomes a 3/3 trample lifelink, and then you can pay 3 black or white, black or white, black or white to give him 5+1/+1 counters.
Right.
I kind of like him because we'll see. Oh, there's Verena, the Lich Queen.
Oh, okay. Pull out that Dryad art. Was on the previous page. Yeah, I pulled one out, but I don't see it anymore.
Okay. So that one is if an instant or sorcery would be put into a graveyard.
In a format where Snapcaster
Yeah.
is in mini a deck, it's just
Wild Speaker.
I'm okay with Wild Speaker. He's
simple.
value.
Yeah.
He has value. He puts out a body. He ramps. He's a win con. I'm very pro him.
This is a.
So I saw
this
it.
is a tutor.
I saw it and I like it, but
We'll have to look and see what it can hit.
Right, it's almost all green abilities, and right now we don't have too much of that.
What would we? Okay, so it's Milan Volley Beast Tracker.
Honestly,
which ETB search for something with Death Touch, Hexproof, Reach, or Trample.
Right now, this boy, he's basically only finding Arterback Stomper right now.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean that it's not good for the future. It means for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're kind of light on our green.
I kind of wish I had a Galta or something along those lines. Yeah. But again, we're getting a little bit too high in the.
Galta is different though. Galta is a 4-drop.
Yeah, 2-drop.
Yeah, no, well,
2 is the lowest.
So many of your mana dorks pull double duty because they have 1 power, so they reduce his cost by 1, and then they tap for a green.
Yeah.
So you can pretty reliably play Galta by turn 3 or 4.
What's this one do? Assure Assemble.
Is that the one I think it is?
Assure is 2. Put a 1/1 counter until your creature gains indestructible.
And the other one is make
3
2/2s. You know what? You are kind of on that combat trick plan, and this does have some late game playability. I'm not 100% against it, and it's pretty.
Wayfaring Temple might be worth. Power and toughness equal to number creature. It deals combat damage to a player populate? Doesn't have trample, I guess.
No, and like, what are you populating?
Yeah.
That's super valuable.
I'd forgotten what his second ability was. Yeah, not much there.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, I imagine most of your good white-green stuff was already in Karametra's deck.
Well, yeah, but also I had recently. Cathars? No, it's a little expensive.
It's a little expensive.
Conning. Is just
he's just a
generic
ward.
Hushwing Griff.
I'm worried about him ruining your ETB abilities, but honestly, he might be worth it.
Is there an Avenger?
Yeah, I think that's fine. It's a usually...
Oh, I do have Fall of the Throne. That's a board or land wipe.
It's 6 mana though.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
okay,
like you really want that at really want that at 4.
Sure.
So let's see here.
I don't get Ajani's Last Stand.
Oh,
It
it's
just seems so bad to me.
the hand. So if someone forces you to discard a card, you can say, "Haha, I pitched this instead." Or in some cases, some of the hand attacks say if you have a viable target, you have to choose it, which means So
Sure.
it's very much a sideboard card.
But otherwise, it's just I play this, and at some point, I'm gonna get a 4/4.
Right. It mostly it's a thing that kind of just tells your opponent to stop.
It's a delayed 4/4 flyer. The owner of target non-land permanent shuffles it into their library and then draws 2 cards. I think I have enough removal for now, though.
Let's see here.
That's again a little bit too high.
Which is sad because I like it. The double white. Like, I'm really starting to get worried actually about how much white we are. Just not quite having enough lower.
Does the Mentor or the Meek hit very much? I don't think so.
I don't think so. And if you want, I like the other. There's a new card. It's called Geist Honored Monk. It's whenever you play CMC 3 or less, investigate, and it's.
I like that.
It's.
Dude, I now have a
A what?
It might be in here actually.
Oh yeah. The random shash box.
Yeah. The bodyguard. Dauntless Bodyguard.
Oh yes, that's one of the other Savannah Lions you'd play.
Yeah.
Because he's just
I think this box is like semi-sorted. I think it's stuff from about the Dominaria era.
Yeah, Dominaria's in here.
Savage.
Okay, I'm not about to crush a dog.
Okay. Savage Summoning's interesting.
Found what? Found it.
I think it's. Yeah,
Do.
there we go.
Yeah.
If I'm going against a hard counter blue deck, I guess it's good, but
yeah,
it essentially gives something can't be countered and a 1/1 counter
and flash
for 1 extra green.
Right.
Jury Preserver. I don't think that's gonna come up very often.
No.
Pride Sovereign. Two and a green. Gets +1/+1 for each cat. Exert it to make 2 cats with lifelink.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going through this.
That's a maybe. We're really trying to bring down our curve here. Oh, what about Mistcutter Hydra? It's
it
an
has
expo.
haste.
It is.
Can't be countered.
It does
Pro
not
blue
have haste. It has oh yeah, it does have
does
haste.
have haste.
Haste and Pro Blue.
It's definitely a card you would play.
Yeah.
I think as definitely is something you play against the blue deck. It will not be as particularly useful against me.
Yeah.
But it's a fine card.
See, I don't think there's much else.
Yeah. So let's see what numbers we're on.
I have a couple other. Like I have a Pro Medallion that reduces white spells. A Sword of Vengeance.
$46. So we're on 46. Oh, this boy gets in. This boy is super good.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
That's
Hollowed Spirit Keeper.
When he dies, you get a number of 1/1 flying spirits for each creature.
And he includes himself.
Yep.
Flicker Wisp. We might have enough ETB abilities that Flicker Wisp is actually just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Knight of Autumn, Rex Sage.
I have a bounceable. Oh, that's
yeah,
useful.
it's the exact opposite. Use it on your Revelark. I'm okay with Flicker Wisp. I think I am seeing enough ETB triggers, then I'm okay with it.
That's about it.
Okay.
I don't know if there was anything else. Let me just flip through that box, the long box. There.
Yeah, start flickering through. I'm gonna let's see here. Let's look at some of these.
I think there's still some good hikers and stuff that you might have overlooked.
Yeah, like.
I do like.
Oh, I don't think I got to look all the way through your Selesnya spot here. So let's see here.
I do like Pegasus Courser. I don't know if it's good in this format. I mean, I know it's really good in limited, but
it's
did we
not
find
great, but at the same time, it could be.
Did we find a Rex Sage?
We did.
Okay, yeah, there's one. And then there's also Oresco Sweatclaw, which is a 3/1 for 2. Which is
It's like at that point, like you just kind of really want,
yeah,
like First Strike or something, or just a keyword.
not enough value.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we ended up putting too much equipment in.
No.
But
Let's see here.
that's one for a 2/3 with Defender that can attack if it has an equipment.
I just don't think we have enough equipment. I'm about to start looking through your artifacts though for anything particularly, or colorless, or anything particularly good. Let's see. Grab this bit.
Was there anything in particular from Guilds of Ravnica that was very
Good for this.
good for this one?
Knight of Autumn is they are arguing is the best card in the set.
I can see why. It has so
More
many
than
options.
Assassin's Trophy.
Because it seems like this format really cares about value on
Yeah.
bodies.
Yeah. Like 100% value on bodies. Is you know what? Redbeard? Elvish Visionary.
Yeah.
Just as a way to start rounding some stuff out. Like, you know, getting some card draw going.
4 for 3/2 lifelink. Llanowar Scout. No, we're not really doing that ramp strat very much.
No.
We want. Well, I don't know. It's kind of dorkish, but not in a great way.
Yeah.
This is a lot of Dominaria.
Hmm.
Let me look back through.
Some of this quick for anything particularly. Might use. You put Banishing Light on the table? We did not. I'm putting Banishing Light on the table.
Okay.
Just removal.
What was that other Explorer one we had?
It's like a 3 mana.
2/1.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is that's a 2 mana 2/1. This is a 3 mana 2/1 with first strike. I wasn't sure if it was any better.
Not really.
That one extra mana. Really
That
good.
2 mana 2/1 that leaves 1/1 behind is not bad.
Martyr of Dusk.
Yeah. Come on board with this. Let's see here.
I'm intrigued by that card, but I don't actually think it's good. The Tower Above.
Mm. Jeez. The high mana bullshit we get away with playing in Commander.
Yeah.
Okay. Set that all aside. This
Did
is
we
mostly
actually
red.
need to make an adjustment?
Don't worry about it. I don't know what you're talking about, Redbeard. Okay,
The pretty
so
elf.
went through that. Yeah, I love that art a lot. As much as I want to play it, I do want to play it.
What do you think of this Condemn?
Yeah, I think it's that's fine. I think definitely at least in tonight's matchup.
I don't know.
Oh, Linvala. Linvala is actually I think is playable. When she ETBs, if you have less life, gain 5 life. If you have less creatures, like I think that's actually she's fine. She's not a win more, she's a catch up. And I think that's actually just good enough. I'm super curious about the Cataclysmic Gearhulk.
Oh yeah.
Like
I wish I had the green one. I don't have a copy.
I have the green one, but I'm not playing it, or it's not with me. And it's at this point, it's probably for trade. I've had it forever, and I haven't played it.
Long Test Cup's a pretty good card.
It's pretty good.
I don't know if it's good in this
It's
format.
there. I think the thing though is it was really good in standard because of all the energy you could give yourself.
Yeah.
So let's see here.
Tune with Aether.
Hmm.
What do you think of this white main line? Too niche.
I think it's a little too niche. You're protecting your creatures without having to return them to your hand with these.
Yeah, that's fair.
God I'm almost starting to wonder, Redbeard, if as kind of annoying as your mana mace might be, do we want to go Abzan?
What would we do it for?
Things like Sorin, Siege Rhino, and a Finza, and honestly, double of two color, or two different colors is easier than double color, but the problem is trying to get different double colors.
Yeah.
Trying to get all the natural Abzan is not easy. Which is also kind of like, I did not know that was in there. Or splashing blue for things like Ponder and Brainstorm, where you get these nice little cantrippy filter effects.
Yeah.
So
Safe Elite might be worth.
I think it could be, definitely. It's definitely like something like kind of where I wish we had some equipment, but what's this boy do? Untap target creature, and he's a piker.
Yeah. Squirrel Nest.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted. So, oh wait, oh I don't think I was counting our armor back. Stop. So let's I don't. Nettle Sentinel is elves. He's for that elf sauce.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of my old elf deck right now.
Oh really? I found I think some pieces of it in here. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so let's do a quick recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Maybe I should just put elf. Mono green elf.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 26, 27, 28, 29.
Where's the slime's worth it? It's a little expensive.
39. 3, 5, 4, 6, 4, 7.
Here's my road card.
50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. We're at 57. We want at least 7 more cards in play. If we put in like 5 more mana dorks,
Yeah.
we can, or ramp spells, we could put in stuff like Palaka Worm, and we could go a bit higher up the curve.
I'd like to keep it down. Honestly.
Yeah, I know. Like, and that's just kind of what we're hitting. Is we are hitting the. I think one of the. Something they talk about in like the very first episode of their Canadian Highlander stream on North 100 is there are like Goblin Guide. That is a sweet card. It's a good card. Inferno Titan. A really good card. You do not play those two awesome cards in the same deck.
Sure.
You know what? I'm kind of on. Do you have any of like the 2 or 3 mana anthems? Like I'm just I guess I'm just trying to kind of look and see like what kind of anthem-y stuff can we do.
As far as like. What kind of card?
So we have like things like Amara. She makes tokens. We have Elspeth makes tokens.
Yeah.
Angel of Invention can make tokens. Hero of Bladehold and Leonin Warleader make tokens.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just kind of looking at, do we want to look at maybe a little bit more of a, do we want to look at a potential, a little bit more of a go wide strategy, potentially.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, there's a Centaur Healer.
Centaur Healer can very, very quickly get in. That's a great card.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I saw like the enchantment that gives all soldiers +1, and then can make soldiers,
Gives them all vigilance.
or gives them all vigilance.
That's not quite as good.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Oh, Matt, you would have.
Oh, that card's weird, and I kind of want to play it. Wall of Essence. Whenever it's dealt damage, gain that much life. Like, I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Like, if you, the idea is that if we have slightly less, I don't like that card because it
does nothing if
it does nothing if you're not there. And there's another thing with it, which is the things that make this deck better lower your life total faster. Things like shocks, shock lands and fetch lands, which aren't necessarily something you're going to be looking to invest in. But I mean, honestly though, I'm actually considering looking at stuff that gains you life to draw out the game.
This is what you were thinking of, right?
Yes, it is. And
Intangible virtue creature tokens have +1/+1 in vigilance.
Yeah, so like if we can find, if the next I think we need to add at this point 6 or 7 more cards. If they make tokens, we can start looking at some stuff like this.
I've got stuff like we already talked about Luminarch Ascension, Sacred Mesa.
Mm-hmm. The problem with Sacred Mesa is you need a lot of
Oketra's Monument. I mean, Tristani helps.
I'm honestly starting to consider Tristani. And if we do pull out the Armada Worm.
Badoka Gardener, but that goes late game more.
No, yeah, that's not quite what we're like. We're looking for some kind of like instant, like 2 mana sorcery, make 2 1/1 tokens, kind of deal.
Okay, yeah, definitely have like Raise the Alarm, I think.
I'm also actually starting to look at some life gain stuff for things like Angelic Accord.
Yeah.
I'm definitely considering it. Oh, actually, this boy, Hunted Witness, could.
I just have Solemn Break Wings that I just saw.
That's a little high for
How much
not
does it cost? Okay.
6.
Okay. I just remembered passing it by. I didn't remember really looking at it.
Sure. I remember that card. It was in one of my in one of my kitchen table Magic decks back in the day. Yeah, I'm looking at those. And this also just kind of gets us a little extra value out of our Skull Clamp.
Sure.
Right?
Synergy.
Cookies on dowels. I'm pretty sure there's somewhere in here it's just 2 mana, make 2 servos. And we start looking at just kind of a go wide-ish token strategy as well. I think that 4 mana, the 4 mana Anthem guy that was in your binder then becomes a potential viable choice.
Yeah.
No, because I'm always just going to make a 5 mana 5/5 flyer. Am I? Probably, yeah.
Sergeant at Arms.
Which one's that?
It's a 2 and a white for a 2/3 with a tooth and a white kicker to add 2 white soldiers.
Oh, I mean, maybe. I think that puts us too heavy into white for that. But oh, right. Oh, okay, yeah, no, not that guy. I was thinking of something else. I want to try this card, but I know it's not good.
And there's also somewhere in here the Martial Coup. Board wipe that makes tokens.
Then make tokens, maybe. Just maybe. It is a little expensive.
I think you have to pay 7.
7,
to be
which
able to
is
get
a
the
kind of
design
steep.
of it. Okay, so I think I looked through most of that to see.
Yeah, at this point I am the Shash bin. Sorry, just an extort card.
Okay.
I love Extort. I'm actually really interested to see what they come up with for Orzhov. I'm really looking forward to the next set, just because I want to play Orzhov.
Same. And I also just yeah. I want more Orzhov. I want them to make a good. I want a new Teza, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a new Teza, and I just want her to. The first one is like kind of combo-y, and the newest one, you know, all the way back from the first Return to Ravnica.
Yeah.
Just she was too expensive and so not very good.
Yeah.
I just want like a solid mid-range Teza. Maybe this one. It's instant speed. Put 2 1/1 spirits on the battlefield for 3.
Yeah.
That could be good enough.
There's the Spore Swarm, which costs 4 to put 3 sacrilege.
And is an instant. Maybe. Weirdly enough, I think I would rather have the sorcery speed one with kicker.
Oh yeah, I actually do like that one a lot.
Mm-hmm. Oh right, and a symbol makes tokens.
Yep.
So I forgot that we put that there. So yeah, I think we're. So yeah, we definitely need some.
We have the Moon Silver Spear. That's not very quickly.
No.
Righteous
way.
Confluence.
Honestly, it's
Also
5
dictated
mana.
really
Oh, that one. Yeah, we like that. It has flash. Flash makes that very playable because then it gets extra. Ooh, and this actually, Redbeard. Celestial Crusader. Flash, split second, white creatures get +1/+1.
Oh wow, for 4?
Yeah,
That's pretty decent.
It's now obviously I'm playing a white deck, so that's going to have some interesting implications because you're just buffing the whole field. But it definitely has, yeah, I agree, some very interesting implications.
I don't know if we need Druid of the Cowl in there. There's another dork.
No, but as a dork,
We've got
it's pretty good.
Llanowar, Avacyn's, Mystic, and Arbor. And Birds, actually.
Nyx Fleece Round for more stall. Like, I kind of feel like you're in this, like, kind of weird stall, go wide strategy.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of okay with it. Because it just means that, like, in the creature matchup, you're going to be able to grind really well.
If we have a good number of tokens.
Yeah, maybe that's
Evolutionary.
just enough value. I'm worried about you dying
Trading
to the aggro.
Post?
Too expensive, I think.
Parallel lives.
So, yeah. So I think initially I was just worried about you. No, cause okay. I thought I found a card that was just bad that we should put in because lol, but maybe it works, but no. I'm looking for either. Okay, let's count up real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, we are now currently capped on cards.
Okay.
So if we want to add anything, we gotta cut something.
Sure.
Which I don't think we're, necessarily too cut up on.
There's a couple things that
Yeah.
I'm just looking through.
Do we
here.
put in the Soul Sisters now?
That was a thought I had.
I think we definitely consider it. I'm not sure.
archer might.
It definitely stalls. It has reach.
I guess I still really like this one in the first tree. But it might be a little bit too
Talking
slow.
about funny little combat tricks. If you have
Sure,
tokens,
target
you're gonna have
block
blockers. Target
That's-
blocked creatures.
yeah.
So you pretend you're chump blocking, and then you just
Yeah.
blow it up. Also, she's like, "Damn it! Why did I let Gary borrow my boots this day?" Just so I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily what we're looking to add right now. But I think just like right now, I wish you had a wall of blossoms and a wall of omens, which are annoyingly actually kind of like expensive 0/4 defenders. ETB draw a card.
Did we ever see if Gork
Oh! Let's relook at our power toughness ratios. So, no, yes, no. Okay, the fact that it only looks like she affects 3 cards and are 5 and higher
Yeah.
is kind of leaning towards a no.
Yeah.
So probably not.
Do we have enough tokens to warrant a parallel lives?
Let's see how many tokens generation we have. We have. I'm gonna call that half. 1.5.
We also have the Pride Sovereign, which I think can work.
Sort of. We're taking it simple.
7, 8, 9, 10. I'm kind of on board with it, Redbeard. It's 4 mana. I'm in. This actually now becomes better because of that stuff. But seriously, where's the 4 mana Lord from the binder that we kind of passed over? He was in your white section.
Oh, the guy that just buffs
Yeah, all creatures.
other creatures I control.
Yeah. I think he's good enough now with this. And we'll have to cut something. I think we cut Saturn a lot.
We also have Nahiri, which makes
She makes a token, but she doesn't. It is a +2 in make a token.
yeah.
The problem is,
Her
it's,
-2 doesn't do much for me, but
yeah. But she is also then effort that opponents have to put in. I'm on the fence,
yeah.
but I do like this equipment more now.
Did we put a safe hold elite in?
What's the safe hold elite? I think we ended up taking it out.
No. Okay.
I think right now Evolutionary Leap is weirdly enough
No.
kind of on the cutting board. I think we want to be slightly more defensive in this early game.
Okay.
Ow. Especially knowing that I have an aggressive deck. A Ketra becomes now a lot better. But yeah, like token maker. And so that actually makes this Flicker Wisp a lot
Beastmaster?
better. I think, I don't know. Like, I saw this and I just wasn't sure. But the fact is, like, that if you can just, I'm willing to try.
Yeah.
I like, that's kind of where I am. I'm certainly willing to try, and if we put it in, we need to cut a card, which makes me want to cut, I think, the Boreas Charger, because it's a good value card, but it's not it's not really helping us out, I think, in the way we want it to. I like the Inspiring Cleric because it's buying time, and it buys time by blocking and preferably trading up, and it buys you a turn by gaining you 4 life.
Yeah, let me look at what we've got. Let's see what I think. Oh, shit.
Man, that water's not having a good day.
Okay, so change places, and I'll start organizing some of this stuff together.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Then that kind of makes me want to play this boy as well.
Baird.
Maybe.
Vigilance.
Yeah.
2 4 for 4.
Slows down the attacks.
Creatures can't attack you unless they pay 1.
Or
for each creature.
planeswalkers.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's a potential get in. He's also got that 4 toughness booty.
Yeah.
And I definitely think at this point, in theory, we might end up cutting some of our protection spells for more of this synergy engine. How did Territorial Allosaurus get on this side? He's very good, but he is now less in on this plan. If this is a plan that we want to go in on.
Yeah. Yeah, things feel a little bit scattered. But,
Yeah.
Maybe use an umbrella just because there's some places you guys haven't been to yet.
like, I like everything pretty much up to our 3 cost.
Mm-hmm. Also, what deck are we on sleeping?
We'll figure that out.
Okay. We'll take a quick intermission.
Yeah. Probably the gray silver ones.
Okay. I can start doing that.
So what are 4? Our 4 I want to really be strong to be worth playing.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly everything in our 4 slot is very
Yeah, like, I mean, we've been spending some pretty good time figuring out, like,
I don't know
making
if-
some harsh cuts.
I don't know if the bear really.
Yeah, you know,
Does a
there's
lot.
just enough there. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be. Like, he has vigilance, but I'm probably not going to be swinging with him against anything else. Because I don't. Like, I'm not going to want to lose him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
I like that Midnight Haunting.
Mm-hmm.
Petra and the Mary Angel.
Oh, this needs to get in. Reflecting Pool.
Oh, yeah. Our 5 has to be very good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the Arborback really,
Yeah, okay.
like, it's decent.
But not necessarily now on plan with some of our other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Like, if I had that and any of these other
5
5
drops.
drops, I would choose
The other 5 drop.
one of them.
Okay.
Dictate and Archangel, yeah. And then we don't have anything above 5, right? Oh, there's the Linvala. Is actually
6 drop, and so is Sun Titan.
Is-
Sun Titan.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like this. I like.
Okay.
Let me do a quick count here.
Yeah.
That's also not
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. 16 one drops.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, the plan is to play those and then
21, 22,
play a 3 drop.
24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 2,
That's probably about right. We probably want to end up cutting one card for a land, but in a green deck, I think you'll probably be fine. I think we could probably just cut one of the protection spells, whatever you think the worst protection spell is.
Oh, from this.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much Ranger's Guile, Sheltering Light, Blossoming Defense, God's Willing. Indestructible Scry 1, Hexproof +1/+1, Hexproof +2/+2, Protection of Color in Scry 1.
I will say, I think the Indestructible is slightly better than the Hexproof, because you get to use it as a combat trick.
Right.
However,
I think I dropped the Pro Color.
Okay.
Right?
I wasn't sure on that one, but I think maybe because Pro Color does that's effectively hexproof. It's effectively combat indestructible, and it can just mean get through. So like that's why I wasn't sure.
Then maybe the Ranger's Guile.
Just because it's the +1/+1 in hexproof, that might be true.
And then Blossoming Defense is just the better version.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, maybe you just cut that.
So then that leaves us with 65.
Yeah, and that's
35
that,
lands.
Yeah, which I think is fine.
But unfortunately, we only have 5 non-basics picked out right now.
Yeah.
I think we can probably. I mean, we've got this tap land.
I would only play the one that ATB gains a life. I just wouldn't play the other ones.
Yeah.
I think the fact that you're
Where is that one?
it should have been over there.
Oh. Didn't we want the Court of Calling? Or did we determine it's not really worth it?
I think we determined it wasn't worth it. I am, however, now that we're looking a little bit more at tokens, a little bit more on board with it. But I still just don't think it's quite good enough.
So we would want to cast that for
big. Yeah, like you want to use that to either win the game or play the thing you need because you're about to lose.
7, is what I'm thinking, because the
right
4 slot's pretty strong.
Yeah, at the very least.
Like we'd probably be doing it to get
a Shalai in response.
Leonin.
Yeah, and it is an instant.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know what at this point we want to drop for it.
Right. So I think this is, I think where we are is fine. You're happy with this.
Yeah.
Let me count the sleeves, make sure we have enough.
See if I can find that. Oh yeah, that's another emblem or anthem. Might be worth having. I don't think I looked through this stack of cards. I did it this time. Yeah, well, there's a couple.
In here.
Yeah, there's a couple here.
92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Oh, wait, no. 99.
They were only 99. It was a commander deck.
Well, then we need one more silver sleeve, Redbeard.
Yeah, I'm looking for my sleeve box.
I just had that sudden realization.
Wait a fuck it out. Wait, yeah, there we go. 99. 100. Okay. Thank you, Matt Dragon Shields, for always providing 101 plus sleeves.
Yeah.
This stream is not supported by Dragon Shield.
Not yet.
But could be. Okay.
Okay.
You start unsleeving those, I start unsleeving these.
Sure.
Okay. But yeah, so how are you feeling about this so far?
I do like this. I wish I could slip this Mary's weekend, but maybe it's not worth it. I guess this is a long haul.
Yeah, and I feel like you don't necessarily care as much about the doubling
Yeah.
of the mana. As nice as it is.
Half my cards cost 2 or less.
Yeah.
I think we're at 30 when I finish counting the 2 costing things.
Sure. Oh, dang. Hopefully they're just here on top. Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
some of
We
these
don't need to
were-
unsleep some of these.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we did not put this in, so there we go. Okay. So yeah.
And we're right at 8:30, which is
Okay.
pretty much what I was planning or estimating.
Yep.
That basically we'd have an hour to pull
Yeah.
There we go. I am kind of intrigued now and I kind of do want to see if I can do an aristocrats.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel
I
like that's
think you
more
could.
synergistic. I know I don't have a lot of the combo junk, but
You kind of do. Like it. So the thing with aristocrats is it's not a combo deck. It's giving. It's
Everything
giving
has
your
value.
everything has value, and the idea is that no matter what your opponent does, they're killing themselves.
yeah.
Right? Like, I wipe the board because you have all these things that you're attacking me with. Okay, cool. You just domed yourself for like 6, and I gained 6.
Yeah.
I attack. Cool. I chump block everything. They die. You lose 6. I gain 6.
Yeah.
I do nothing. Cool. I attack. Well, I block. Cool. They die. Take 6. I gain 6.
Yeah.
I don't block. Cool. Take 6. I'm now gonna sack all of them. They died. You take 6. I gain 6.
Yeah.
Like it's a deck with there is no good option is the goal. Like and they've talked about aristocrats a couple times when analyzing cards from sets, and they're like, you know what, maybe this goes in aristocrats because you know what you want sometimes in aristocrats, just a way to kill all your creatures.
Yeah.
And the fact that that's something a deck wants makes it a synergistic deck. There's a lot of like budget options, like almost every 2 mana sorcery that says make 2 1/1s is playable. Because you had the Ailey deck, like you have your Blood Artists,
Yeah.
you have your Zulaport Cutthroat, you have the 4 mana Blood Artist that's a 2/2 that flies. Like there's lots of stuff like that. You now have the Goblin Bombardment, which is honestly the key piece.
Yeah.
Really, technically, the thing you're just missing is you want is a demonic tutor. Like that's. I agree. I'm not.
You're not sure about the temple?
I agree with this. My thing with Temple is this is a land that doesn't work for you until you have 5 other lands.
Yeah.
So in your opening hand,
It doesn't do anything.
it's not doing anything.
Yeah.
It's a land drop that does nothing, and you might not make it to that many lands. Like in Commander, it's fine,
Okay.
but because you have time.
What about Evolving Wilds and
Do you know if you have Ash Barrens? I think
which one is Ashburn?
it's the one that it can come into play and it can tap for colorless, but you can also cycle it. You can basic land cycle it for 1. I know it was in the 4 color Commander decks.
No, I didn't.
Okay. This is playable though.
Oh. Yeah.
You want to buy time.
The Radiant Fountain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just separate out some planes and some.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want you to play the Springback Pasture, actually. Even this one is actually not bad.
Oh yeah, that could be our crossroads.
Yeah.
And and I have the one that taps, or when it comes in, you return a land, and then it taps for a white and a colorless.
Those, they're not awful because you can tap it, play something, play your land, then bounce it, and you didn't lose out on mana. Oh, here's that. I'm gonna set that Soul Sister aside. I'm gonna set this Soul Sister aside. Here you go, Soul Sister.
Are we gonna try squeezing those in?
I'm not gonna say squeeze them in now, but maybe if you like the feel, it might be something worth considering. And also, what is nice about also Aristocrats is it can also just be a token deck, right? Yeah. Which there's and then that just kind of becomes like a Mardu Super Friends token strategy,
right?
Which is also just like a fine deck in its own right. And so there's some gradient between token and Aristocrats that I think is kind of what you could do, especially considering the decks you have. At this point, really, it's mana bases are kind of hard for going multiple colors. And the more
the right kind of
sure. Yeah, and and we'll need the thing for doing light totals. Yeah, the ones that were already in sleeves.
60, 61, 62, 62, 64, 65, 66?
Yep. And so, yeah, 34 lands.
I thought we had gotten it down to 65. But maybe we're good there.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. It might have just slipped in.
I'm sure it'll be fun.
Okay. Let me see what our color...
Oh yeah, that's if we ever end up going heavier token, the Anointed Priest will be a good include.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
I don't know, but it's sleeve playable. I think I traded you this.
Perhaps.
I remember having a beat the shit out of Sun Titan like
It does
this.
sound familiar.
Actually,
that you were like, "Hey, do you want this? It's kind of shit."
It's kind of shit. I have another one with the art I like more.
Yeah.
That does sound very familiar, does it? Have you figured out your lands, or are these just
that's
the
what
ones
I'm
you
doing.
grabbed aside?
Yeah.
You're doing your pips. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll start putting the ones we know are going to go in, at least into sleeves.
Did I just see something?
Yeah. Field of Ruin is can be fixing while attacking your opponent's fixing.
Yeah.
Also look at it this way. You don't die to Blood Boon.
Yeah. That was definitely one thing that
There's nothing wrong with not dying to
No,
Blood
I mean,
Boon.
that's one of the reasons that I kind of wanted that Thalia, is because it's like, well, if I can't have them, then no one should.
Mm.
So we're on 34 lands. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 green.
I would say 28 at green, because this is basically
I'm gonna count it as both.
Okay.
I'm gonna count it for white, and I'll count it for
Okay.
green. That's how I do it.
Okay. I just
1, 2, 3,
interesting.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 42,
You can't get to it yet.
45, 47, 49, 51, pretty much double the number of white symbols. So we're looking at 11 to 23.
Okay.
11 forest and 23. 3, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we're gonna swap out some of these for
Yeah.
non-basics. So.
Sure.
Um,
In which case, I think basically.
we need 2 more lands to bring us up to that number. I don't know where the rest of my planes are.
Sure.
Right here. Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, and I'm of the. So see, I'm always kind of weird on. I think because of the number of double pips,
Yeah.
basically, I
We have
think
a lot of double white,
yeah.
and we have a lot of
This
green producing.
count this as a white
Sure.
because that's what you care about because you mostly care about those double white pips.
Yeah.
So think of that as a white source, and then I think both of these replace 2 green sources. Because again, you're not super worried about your double green. You're more worried about your double white.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like the same for this and this. These are colorless.
Okay. So.
I think, but you don't want to start getting rid of your green. So I honestly
Yeah,
think
that's what I was
I'm thinking 3 and 1 maybe.
Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. So let's count that.
Get rid of the ugly forest.
Maybe I like that forest.
Maybe you're wrong. Start sleeving.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
I'll start
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
shoving all of this off camera.
30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay. I think we're at the right number.
Yep.
And then these can stay sleeved. These need to be unsleeved.
Oh wow, yeah, Goldfish, nice. It's like a $5-8 card.
Really?
It's gone down now that it's rotated out of standard a bit, but it's still incredibly popular in.
It's a good card.
Yeah, it's a very popular card in modern. Still,
You can imagine.
yeah, it's a good card. It's definitely at least $5.
Get out of here.
This is what I should. Ugh. These are going in.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just clear all this off to the side, out of the camera.
It's not on camera. It doesn't exist. Wait. We're gonna have to swap again because of our
Yeah.
names. Okay. I was like, well,
No, I just popped over here to look at.
gotcha. Or we just rotate the display.
Much easier. To
There we
just-
go. Or we could rotate the display.
Much easier to move.
You're no fun. What used to be fun, Redbeard.
Win.
Bonnie, don't you remember when Redbeard used to be fun?
I am.
So over there,
It's because there's too much unfun clogging your brain.
Yeah. Happens to the best of us.
It hasn't happened to me.
I do not.
The best of us. Everything inside that's not going into this. There you go.
Yeah.
is fun. As long as you get the cards into the sleeves right side up. You do that, right? You at least put your cards into the sleeves right side up, right?
I don't know. Sometimes they just get into the sleeve. Sometimes I mess up because I'm double sleeving, so I got into the rhythm of putting the card in head first.
From the double sleeving.
From the double sleeving.
Yeah.
Rosie trying to placate me with gifts.
Is it working?
No. I'm immune.
Not fair.
She's not Coco.
You've gotten used to her, so
Yeah.
she's not as...
I mean, I was never like overtly like, oh,
Yeah,
dog.
you were.
Yeah.
When I first saw her, yeah, she was very pretty, and I was excited that you got a new dog, and I liked playing with her, but she didn't have any power over me. Coco has power over me. Holy shit, that puppy's adorable. And it's a cockapoo.
Isn't it?
It's hypoallergenic.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's why everything gets bred with poodles.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why we were gonna get a Labradoodle.
Yeah, because they're hypoallergenic.
Yep.
Who'd you care? Whose allergies did you care about?
James.
Oh. Right. I don't forget he has allergies.
He's constantly sneezing.
I don't see him outside this room.
He sneezes in this room.
I don't really notice that. Does he sneeze on stream during
Yes.
Strahd?
He gets, like, horribly sick during streams because of the
I
dog
don't
hair.
think I've noticed it during Strahd.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Wait. Oh, shit, I shuffled my commander.
Yeah. That's another benefit of Highlander. You can't shuffle your commander in.
I mean, I always put my commander in a different sleeve, so... I never had a commander that I would be okay with getting shuffled in anyway.
Oh, there's one more over there.
Wait, did we miscount? Let me just
We did.
count again. Okay, to be sure.
Count yours. I'll count mine.
$49.
52.
Yeah.
We have one too many.
Great.
Kind of basic.
Well, let's just pull the lands back out, and maybe I put too many lands in.
That's all my lands.
Yeah, I think it was. And then if we're gonna see if there's something that we're like, wait, didn't we take that out?
Yeah, 34.
Yeah, so we got an extra card in here somehow.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, we added this and we didn't take anything out for it.
No,
I don't remember taking anything out for it anyway.
we had counted it since.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually,
Oh,
I think
that.
we had taken that out.
Yeah, and it's just in the same colored sleeve. That's
Yeah.
how it happened.
Okay.
This was
Before
there.
discharger.
There we go. Done.
Which I still like, but
I do too. I just don't think it's quite right for this deck.
Yeah. I don't think it's
Um,
going to be relevant, honestly.
I mean, honestly, I think most of the time it's like something you can chip in with early or block when you're, and then if
Sure,
you're
but I don't
getting
think its
screwed.
ability is that relevant.
No, not for what you're trying to do. It would be better in a Boros deck
Yeah.
or a mono white deck,
Yeah.
potentially, or a flicker deck.
Yeah. Okay. So, move this out of the way.
Okay.
And this thing going.
Yep.
And we'll rumble in a game.
Yeah.
We've got, yeah, just about an hour. So
An hour?
that's good.
We can easily get 3 games in.
Yeah.
where the Kraken's
And yeah.
so we can raise
Well, I'm pretty well shuffled because I played earlier, so.
Let me go update the overlay and get the
Yeah.
life counter ready.
Okay. Do some quick social media update. Like just throwing out there that we're starting up games. People might be more interested in that.
You mean to retweet or
I'm just,
are you doing it from the Kraken?
yeah, I'm doing it from Kraken Wait.
Okay.
Because I have that power.
Let's do a bonfire. Yeah.
Bonfire? Dark Souls?
Bonfire of the Damned?
No.
Dark Souls?
Just like here. Here. Let's do it here.
My phone's processor is getting really sluggish.
Yeah, mine's been doing some issues occasionally. Okay, so
What it did.
let's see. What are we calling this? Valley Town.
I like. I'm a big. No, this is actually one of my big favorite name schemes, for first time decks in
Okay.
formats.
Okay.
Green, white, rare binder.
Alright.
I mean, that's what Ben Ulmer won their first Canlander stream with, was blue, red, rare binder.
Cool. And then yours is
Orzhov Hate Bears.
cool. Is there an H in Orzhov?
Yes, Orzhov. Orzhov.
They have what?
Everything. All the gold.
Okay. I think that's it. Should be good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make sure this is working.
Yep.
Shuffling this up.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. This overall, I think
Yeah.
the main thing I guess I would have a concern about is just like getting those early drops because
Mhm.
I'm used to playing Commander where if you don't have a turn 1, 2, or 3 drop, then that's fine.
That's fine, yeah.
But-
This is like the exact opposite.
Which
But
is-
now, at the same time, you do get a even more lenient mulligan. Yeah, you get
7, 6, 6, 5,
5, 5, 4, 4.
Yeah.
So like the all the way to the second 6, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I've only ever gone to 5 twice.
Yeah. But overall, I think if I counted or remember my count correctly,
Mhm.
about 30 of my cards cost 2 or less.
Yeah. Like
So
yeah.
that's a pretty high chance of getting at least
Mm-hmm.
2 of those in an opening hand.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
Along with some lands and whatnot. Mana is a little bit
Broke my trap.
lower than I usually like, but only by 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have those dorks.
You got a lot of dorks, and your curve
Yeah.
is so much lower, right?
Yeah. I hardly have any artifacts, which I'm not sure if that matters for this. I would like to maybe squeeze in 1 or 2 good equipment.
Signet.
but,
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I didn't really have any that were
No,
fantastic
and-
stand out.
Yeah, like I could see you running any of the equipment in this deck.
Yeah.
A Jite is fucking Jite, right? And I think I have been thoroughly enjoying the Bloodforged Battle Axe.
Yeah. What's the effect on that one?
It's a 1-drop, 1 to play, 2 to equip.
Uh-huh.
Whenever the equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, copy this artifact. You
Oh.
make a copy of it, which if you give it to it, and it also gives +2/+0.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a copy of this equipment. What does it do? It makes copies
I
of
don't
itself.
care.
But so yeah, it lets you just start equipping your whole your board up.
Yeah.
And turn sideways.
And then it just keeps doubling and doubling.
yeah,
and doubling.
it's something will get through, something will trade up, and if you have a flyer, then it's something to put on a flying clock. Now, like, I really wish, I had a Sophie or a sort of Feast and Famine.
Yeah.
Obviously.
There's so many, like, I would love to run a good equipment deck. The problem is, in order to have good equipment, it's
Gotta
like
drop like $200
exactly
for like 3 cards.
Yeah.
And
because I love the
do that.
I love the equipment synergies and
Mhm.
like I have some of the good stuff from like the Nahiri deck,
yeah,
but not any of the crazy good stuff.
right. Okay. Here, let's get some dice token stuff out.
Oh come on, just roll 2.
We can do it like R&D does it. Odds or evens.
Odds. Cool.
Play or draw.
I will be on the play.
Okay. Yeah, that's how R&D does it, because you never have to reroll the dice.
Yeah, if you're playing with 2 people.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's give ourselves maximum battlefield.
Yeah, I did make this overlay again to try to maximize as much as I could. Go for 7. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are we doing with this? Let's see here. I don't love it. I'm gonna go to 6, I think.
Okay. I'm choosing to keep.
Alright, hold on, guys.
I mean, since we're journey here, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
go
yeah.
through. So I have a forest and a plains,
Cool.
which is good. But then my first card I can play is an overgrown battlement.
Sure.
So that's not gonna come out till turn 2.
That's not having a turn 1 play can be fine.
After that though, I'm not doing much. The
You're
comeuppance
not
is a
doing much.
situational.
Like, this does hold down the board
Yeah.
real well.
the
Like,
Armistice
that's a
or whatever.
lot of butt.
Yeah. But then I guess
Yeah.
I'm waiting till I get the Elspeth out.
And you need a double
but-
whites.
But
so,
then the Sun
yeah.
Titan's doing nothing.
Right. Except maybe bringing
Getting
these
those back in.
But yeah, if you lose your mana torque, though,
Yeah.
that's a pretty harsh hand to keep. Yeah, I think I would have molded too.
Yeah, it's
Like, you get... Yeah, I think I would have molded. Plus the fact that you need that second white
Exactly.
to make it work.
To get the Elspeth out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be an issue, a recurring issue.
Mm-hmm.
I do have the Avacyn's Pilgrim in there, which is
And the
good,
birds.
and the birds.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want the best mana dork, Noble Exemplar.
Yeah,
Like, but again, $50.
right.
I'm not paying
Because
$50
it's gonna
for a
be
mana
an-
dork.
Every vintage and modern deck that runs mandatories.
Yeah.
Okay. What is... Okay, I always forget
Mm-hmm.
vintage, modern, legacy.
Vintage is... There is no... Aside from the universal
Everything
ban
banned.
list,
Yeah.
the silver border, the anti-cards, the dexterity cards,
Yeah.
in Vintage, nothing is banned, only restricted.
Right.
Legacy, things are banned and restricted?
Restricted
Maybe
means you can only have
one.
one copy.
Yeah. Modern is 8th edition and up.
Okay. Yeah, modern's the one I guess I remember better. But
Mm-hmm.
so,
And I could be
legacy
wrong.
has more restrictions and bans than.
Legacy is restricted Vintage.
Okay.
but like you can play with cards from every edition.
Yeah.
Also, Legacy lets you play with things from like Commander, the Commander sets,
Yeah.
and the Conspiracy sets.
Oh, okay.
You can't play those in Modern.
Oh, okay.
Legacy and Vintage are all Magic cards printed.
What are I knew anti and silver border. What's dexterity?
Things like dropping a card, throwing a card. There are like things that you actually mechanically use the card to do.
Oh, I thought those were all silver border.
Not all of them, no.
Oh, okay.
So like some of them are, or there are some
I
dex
can't
cards.
keep this either.
Oh, go to second six. Second six is always better.
Had one planes,
Oh,
and that was it.
really fun.
Hey, it's also probably just that I haven't shuffled this enough yet. Honestly.
Yeah. Highlander the shuffling.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have hardly any tutors,
Mm-mm.
so it's not like
Sure.
I would have loved to throw in enlightened tutoring or something.
Right. Do you have Enlightened Tutor?
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
At one point, I was looking at picking one up for Karametra,
Mm,
like a couple years ago. But
sure.
The problem is, I guess I need to trade more.
Mm-hmm.
I just hate trading.
Yeah, I get it. I didn't like trading when I first started, and I didn't like trying to trade for expensive stuff. I like trading away. Honestly, I liked trading away expensive stuff for a bunch of little stuff.
Yeah.
But now it's just
need
finding
to-
people you're comfortable doing it with.
Yeah.
Is I think the bigger thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Let's give this one more shot.
I just kind of have a thing of, like, if I'm trading or, trading into the store or whatever, I just kind of come to okay, Phillip, you haven't played with this card in a year and a half.
Yeah.
You're not going to.
It's like my Emrakul that's sat in my binder since the
That's actually just kind of
World War
entirely,
pre-release.
like I was about to say, that's actually just kind of entirely fair. The card's bonkers and holds a ton of value.
Okay. I think I can go with this one.
Okay.
Still love it, but
Right. You get the scry.
Yeah.
Now that you've decided to keep. They brought that rule in.
I'm gonna bring this down.
Okay. Got it. Either is a land or not a land.
It certainly is one of those two things.
It's always like your hand is a little flooded, so you don't want that land, or you're looking for a land.
Forest pass.
Like you're never like the
Yeah.
scry is never determined because you feel like you need an item. It's always on the land count.
Yeah.
Usually. So I get to draw. Oh, cute. I'm gonna throw down planes and pass.
Hopefully a planes and pass.
Okay. I'm gonna throw down a swamp and put out Bygone Bishop.
Okay.
It is a 2-mana, 2/1. It has
I
flying.
can tell that much.
It has sacrifice it. All my creatures gain indestructible.
Okay. It's in Japanese for those of you who can't see it at home. We don't have a card reader.
For those of you who can see this at home.
We actually realized me and Carter were playing last time. We were
Yeah.
playing Guilds of Ravnica. Winston.
We could have been
We're
using
like,
it.
realized halfway through we could have used the card reader.
That's too funny. Okay, but yeah, so 2/1 flyer. I can
Okay.
sack to make my board indestructible. The
Okay.
anti-board wipe.
Make your creatures indestructible.
All creatures I control
Okay.
gain indestructible until end of turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Pass.
Get what I need.
Ruh-roh raggy.
Probably shouldn't have kept this either, but
We'll see
Go
what
ahead.
happens.
I'm really like I filled that deck with so many.
Beep beep.
All right, I take 2.
Swamp. Drana, Liberator of Malakir.
Okay.
Pass. She is a Flying First Strike 2/3. Whenever Drana deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on each attacking creature I control. This happens during the First Strike damage phase and before the normal combat damage phase.
I'm gonna play
Step.
a Silver Blade Paladin
Okay.
and say go.
Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. Let's see here. I guess I'm just going to attack in the air.
Yep.
First strike happens, get in for 2,
Yep.
and then get in for 3.
Alright. Must take 5.
And then we're going to play Zathrid Necromancer. Whenever Zathrid Necromancer or a human I control dies, I get a 2/2 black zombie onto the battlefield tapped. Pass.
Tokens are in that blue box, but
Cool.
or most of the common ones anyway.
Sure.
This is just
This is your boy.
Go ahead.
Okay. Combat.
Yep.
Turn it all sideways. Get in for 3.
I have not declared blockers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have declared these attackers. Do you have any responses, Redbeard?
Going to block.
Just lying.
Oh, that one is fine. Then I'll block this one.
Okay. Yeah, then get in for first strike on 3.
Yep.
Then get in for 4 in the air, and you lose your.
Okay, got the one hit.
Okay, pro black.
Or black.
Okay.
Try one.
The long list of size. Main phase. We're gonna throw down a wasteland, which has tap, sack, destroy target, non-basic land, and then we're gonna throw down a Jolly Sunwing.
Okay.
Your turn.
Pretty sure this is over. Down to 6.
I currently have 6 in the air, 8 in the air.
Yeah, even if I get rid of one of them, I still lose.
Okay.
Alright, game 2.
Okay.
That was horrid.
Yeah. Just didn't have enough of your low drops and you didn't want to go to 5 kind of thing, or
I guess so. I thought I don't know. I guess I thought I misread my mana. And
Okay,
I had a Courser in hand,
oh,
and I was like, oh, I have 3 mana. I can play my Courser.
you had 2 white.
And I had 2 white.
Yeah, I've done that. I've definitely done that.
And then I was like, oh, well, as long as I draw another sword. Like, I had 3 4-drops in my hand.
Sure.
And I was like, as long as I draw any other land.
You can maybe play a 4-drop and maybe try and stabilize.
Yeah.
Sure.
But, yeah.
Yeah. And I just had a super aggressive start.
Yeah.
Because like what my deck wants to, ideally what my deck wants to do is either play a cheap equipment or hand attack on turn 1.
Yeah.
And then just start playing bodies, a body a turn. And just lay on the pressure while slightly taxing your resources in annoying ways that let me...
Well, yeah, you are Phillip.
Yes. I'm very taxing.
It's true.
I'm surprised y'all have kept me around this long.
We've tried.
I don't believe you.
We're very subtle. Alright. Oops. Why did that... I think it's on the same key as the...
Oh.
the death counter and
Cute.
the...
Okay. So you'll be on the play?
Yeah, I'll be on the play.
Okay. Oh, I want to keep this hand so bad. It's so rude. But it only has 2 planes. If one of these was a black source, hand attack, kill spell, hand attack.
That is quite rude.
Hand attack on bods. That's my new jam, Redbeard.
I think this can work.
So yeah, I'm gonna be taking my first 6.
I'll keep this one.
Okay. Oh, did you watch the first season of Castlevania?
I've watched the first season.
The
I have
second
not.
season just came out.
I know.
It's-
I introduced it to Amanda, and we watched. I think like the first 2 episodes.
The second season is very good. There's some just as good powerful stuff as there was in the first season.
Yeah.
I do have one complaint about the second season, but it's spoilery, so I'm not going to get into it.
Okay.
But overall, though, it was real good.
Yeah.
You know what I think about the second season?
What's
we
that?
should cosplay from it.
There's also rumors circulating that the guy who did that might be working on a Zelda series, which I'm hesitant of, but at the same time could see it maybe working.
There's some darkish stuff in Zelda. Like if he did a Majora's Mask.
Yeah, I mean, I would want it to be its own.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Not just do a show.
Yeah, I don't want it to be. This is
That's
the
fair.
Ocarina of Time story.
That's
I would
fair.
want it to be. This is a Zelda.
Yeah.
This is a Link from.
I could see
some
it being
time
maybe
period.
based on one of them, but yeah, I
Well,
agree.
my
I
issue
am
is
keeping
okay.
a bad hand, not a bad hand, but a risky hand, and
Okay.
scrying 1. Bottom.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Planes go. I'm worried
Oh
that
shit. Wait, I'm sorry. I need to check something real quick.
Do you have 2 copies of the card?
No, the card I put. I don't know how I did. Okay. This is apparently what I did. I scryed
Oh.
this.
I
I
just-
don't know how.
Just
but
put the one
card-
that you scried on the bottom.
Yeah.
And draw the other one.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Still not great.
Yeah.
Isolated chapel tapped. Pass.
Cool. Planes.
Mm-hmm.
Sega.
Okay. I'm thinking. Yeah. Thought sees you. I take 2.
Reel the hand. You can choose a non-land card, and the player discards.
Okay.
So we've got Reflecting Pool and Field of
Mhm.
Ruin, which are lands.
right.
We've got a Midnight Haunting, a Sarah Avatar, a Sure Assemble, and an Angel of Invention. The Midnight Haunting. Okay.
Wait. Yes.
Did you want to take notes?
Nah. We're filthy casuals.
Yeah.
Pass.
Alright.
And I took 2. Or lost 2. I mean, normally in this scenario, I would just ask you to play with the cards I know about revealed.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I can
Sure.
I can do that.
Yeah. You just kind of play with them down there to the side. You play to land, yeah.
I play a Field of Ruin,
Yep.
and I'll pass turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
where's that piano? There it is. Yeah, it's over here. Just
Inquisition to Kozilek.
Okay.
I
Reveals their hand. You can choose a non-land from it with converted mana cost 3 or less. So that is, I guess, the Assure.
this is combined. It's 8.
Oh, okay. So you can take
We're
the
getting
Sarah
rid of
Avatar, the branch one.
Go away. Wait. Yes. Go away.
Okay. Yeah, I would be able to cast it this next turn.
Yeah. Your turn.
Okay. I will play a Reflecting Pool.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could just go into Katana Cave. Let's go across the way and go into Katana Cave and go explore more.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Field of Ruin.
Because you get it untapped. You get your land. We both get our lands untapped. I'm getting a swamp.
I'm getting a Forest.
Yeah. Not ideal, but the hand was one more land, and the hand became so incredibly powerful.
And then
Like, I don't even feel that bad off what I'm doing, other than got myself a swamp.
I'm gonna cast.
Yeah. Oh,
Birds,
burbs,
which I just draw.
burbs.
Yep.
Okay. My turn after that.
Yes. Let me present this for cutting.
Okay.
Okay.
End of your turn. Fatal push the bird.
Bolt the bird.
I pushed the bird off the cliff. I presumably tie it up first.
Continue.
Oh, I could have. And technically, I could have gone as high as 4 CMC because you made my land go away.
Oh yeah.
I revolted. Revolt against the burb. Rage against the burb.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're in some trouble. Blood-soaked champion.
Okay.
It's a 2/1. It can't block, and I can bring it back with raid.
Cool. Seems pretty.
By paying 2 mana, but only if I raided.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think we do the branch walker.
Mm-hmm.
Explore.
You reveal. It's a
reveal land.
Yeah, so it goes to your hand.
And then I'll play a land for turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will drop this intangible virtue.
Okay.
Creature tokens get +1/+1 in vigilance.
Okay. My turn.
Yes.
Are we being on that?
Skull clamp.
Okay.
Pass. It's so stupid. Oh, I'm so boned. Ow. Oh, powerful magic happening here on.
Yeah, I think we want this angel
Yeah,
out now.
you do. I'm
Um,
so dead. I needed one more land, and I'd have been one more land, and I actually would have been able to keep pace with you.
I'm gonna
Legitimately.
choose to get 2 servos.
Yeah.
I don't think I have servos in that stack.
Let's find out.
Actually, I have to upgrade my token box. Because I've run out of room.
Yeah, I'm only really seeing mostly Manifest and Zomboys over here. Wait, what's
There's
that?
one.
Oh, no, that's a thought there.
Found him.
Let's go.
And those are good enough. No! Make that one go away. Bring out the other one.
I like these two.
Ugh, you're going first. Oh, and they're 3/3s.
Yeah.
And he's a 4/3. And I can't block.
Oh yeah. Swing for 3.
For 3.
I forgot he couldn't block.
My turn.
Yep.
Give him the clamps. Concede.
Okay.
I'm dead on. I think I'm dead on board, but I drew.
3, 6.
So okay.
7, 8.
So my opening hand.
9, 10, 11. 12, 13.
Yeah.
You would have been dead in 2 turns, but.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I had an else.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I go to 6? I think I went
Yeah,
to 6.
you-
Let's go.
I think you did drop 1 hand.
Yeah, I think this note that wasn't there because that was what that's what I ended up drawing.
Come on.
I think it was this. No, yeah, because I went to 6. Oh right, yeah. So yeah, this was my opening hand.
I see. So you're like, okay, I can play.
I can hand attack. I can kill his
Yeah.
any early drop.
If
like-
you get 1 more, then you can get your. Jeet
One more.
down.
Yeah, I have another kill spell. I can get a Jite.
Yeah.
Like yeah, there was just a lot of action
Yeah.
in that early game, and then my first draw was this,
Yeah.
which was a creature that I could play, and like
I ended up being like momentarily stuck on white, but actually the.
that's another thing. Yeah, it knocked me off my fixing and let you fix.
Yeah.
Like that's.
I didn't realize. Actually, I don't think I realized it let me search for one as well.
Yeah, they've started doing that with the cards, and the fact that you get it untapped is
Yeah.
what makes it super strong.
Yeah, for sure.
End this game. Kill whatever's
Okay. On to game 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like with your deck, I think the only I mean I killed your mana dork and I hand attacked you. So
Yeah.
like I did but otherwise,
Yeah.
aside from that, like you were on plan.
Yep.
To drop that
The spirits.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
yeah, and you got your anthem, you got your the angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was super solid.
All right. Let's see a good hand for game 3.
Yep. Good interactive magic.
Okay.
I'll be on the play.
Okay, we're not going to
Sounds
just yet.
good.
One land. I'm not doing that again.
Let's see. Wow. Where are my 1-drops? Go 6.
Both going to 6.
We're not going that way. Just
Set.
finish
Yep.
this way first.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen like any of my 1-drops.
So your burbs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's what
I
we're
guess, yeah, I drew that though.
You played one of your combat tricks in the first game
Mm-hmm.
to give protection.
True. But we have
Let's go now.
4 1-drop mana dorks.
I think 4. Yeah, I think 4 sounds right.
Pilgrim, Land of War, Arbor, and
Elvish Mystic. Did we say birds?
and birds. Yeah, so there's actually 5.
Yeah, there's 5. I mean, that's still a fifth of your deck.
Yeah, true.
Or a 20th of your deck.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's,
Yeah,
that's
sorry.
a D20 roll.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're just you're hoping to roll an at 20
Yeah.
on the first card.
I guess
And
that's
after that
yeah.
it changes.
Well,
I don't
yeah.
know.
It goes down for each card in your opening hand that you draw.
Okay.
Maybe I can roll a
First
crit.
6.
Okay.
Snap, keep. Keep.
Okay.
Leave it.
No.
It-
No.
I was about to say, they say the second 6 is always better, but I'm not a magician. Yeah.
No, I can't keep.
Game of skill, no luck involved, may the best wizard win.
Don't look at the top card. Don't look at the top card.
Look at the top card. Let chat look at the top
Let's
card.
go back in the cave.
Did it become keepable?
No. because
Yeah.
that
No,
was my
just-
first forest.
Why would you look?
Honestly, I'm kind
This
of
is lovely.
worried I might not have enough forests
Yeah,
because I need the forests at the
Mm,
beginning.
that's
with
fair.
The dorks,
that's fair.
so I might shift the mana around if I
Okay.
keep going with this. But
Yeah, and like the new cycle forest planes, like those are going to be probably
yeah.
those
I
have
definitely
cycled
want
out,
those.
so
Yeah.
that's probably cheaper
they're only
now.
like $3 right now.
Yeah, there's the new Zendikar ones.
Oh
That are good. And really, in my experience, you only need like 1 or 2 fetches, like to get a feel for the level for some fixing. Like I'm running 2 fetches
Yeah.
because that's all I have. But like the difference a hand with a fetch makes
Yeah.
is significant. It feels real good. The fast ones, the ones where it enters tapped unless you control 3 or less,
Yeah.
those are much more
Oh, yeah,
expensive
I
because
love those.
but they're much more expensive because
Yeah.
modern
Yeah. Because you're not going to be playing on.
turn 4. Yeah.
You don't make it to turn 4. I'm usually at Giga on Tuesdays if I'm there during the week,
Oh, okay.
and that's the modern night. So I sometimes see people go and I'm just like,
Yeah,
I blinked. What happened?
Yeah, I'm there. If I'm there, it was usually on Thursdays, so I got to see Legacy.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm reminding myself what I left on top. Right, that's what I left on top.
Do I want that on top? I don't care about that.
Okay.
Okay. You're on the play.
Yep. Plains pass.
Springjack pasture. Pass.
Isolated chapel. What does this the pasture do again?
Add 1 white.
Or
4
one
and tap.
colorless.
Sorry. Add 1
Yeah.
colorless. 4 and tap to make a goat.
Yep.
Tap, sack X goats to add X mana and gain X life.
Sure. Knight of Grace. It's a
Yeah.
2/2 first strike, hexproof from black, and knight. It gets +1/+0 if any player controls a black permanent.
Oh, is it any player?
It's any
I
player.
thought it was any opponent.
Nah, man.
Okay.
That's what makes it so good. Pass. Dodges my opponent's black removal spells, and I can pump it myself.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Say go.
Okay. Okay. Throw down Field of Ruin. Throw down Rune Raider, or as I like to call them, Pirate Bob.
Pirate Bob, yeah.
And then I'll attack for 3.
Yep. I will take 3.
Okay.
And you bob.
Go to my instep, so yeah, I get the Bob. So at the beginning of my instep, I attacked with a creature, so I reveal the top card. I then lose life equal to its CMC,
Yep.
and put it into my hand. I lose 3, and I get a Brightling.
Cool. Sheesh.
Okay. Yeah. Your turn.
Play a planes.
Same, I think because I have Minecraft up still. Just gonna close that.
Shit. Go ahead.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I guess we do need to put more green in there.
Yeah, it's just not.
Coming out the way it
Yeah.
feels like
Well,
it
and
should.
I'm just not getting a lot of land in general. Take 6.
Yeah, swinging for 6. I mean, Chad of Chads.
Sure.
I'm gonna make an emblem. I can't lose as long as I control Chad.
Alright.
In stuff.
Yep.
Lose nothing.
Alright. There I go.
Yep. That was during my step, yeah. Sad times.
Sure you will.
Pop?
You could do it now and then reactivate top if you find a land to draw a land and play a land.
That's the plan.
Top does stuff. Yeah. So what, you think after this, like, what we need to take out some land for,
Perhaps.
put it on top?
But that still doesn't.
Let you play anything. And next turn, okay. I don't think I'm winning this turn.
What does Chad become? A
4/4. So that's 10.
Yeah, I go
I'd have to pump. Yeah.
But there's no way for me
Yeah,
to stabilize.
yeah,
'Cause
zero.
Even if
zero
I get
Chad.
a creature out next turn,
Swing.
because I know what my top deck is.
Yeah. I find an Urborg. Yeah. So yeah, let's swap out your mana real quick if that's
Yeah, 'cause
giving you some problem. If you think that's
I don't.
feel like-
I'm just also not drawing any of my cheap creatures. Look, I've got three,
Jeez.
four
Right.
CMC creature or creature-like things in my.
Then
hand.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I just need to count things out a little bit better. I just like.
Yeah.
I
Let's
thought
take
that
a look.
we were a lot lower on this curve. And yeah, I think we should address the mana a little bit.
Yeah. Where's the basic stuff? Somewhere.
It got swept to the side somewhere. I think maybe this pile. There's some in this pile.
Okay. So yeah, I think you need like 3 more forests. There are no forests in here. They'd be on sleeve too, I think. Here's a forest.
It's not a forest.
It's a forest.
It's not a forest.
You call that a forest?
We will swap some tiles.
Here in the green sleeves. Yeah, so it seems like, yeah, you probably need 1 or 2 more green.
I just felt like I kept seeing the same cards. And
That's
they were
also,
all-
that is honestly one of the things
Like,
I
I-
started feeling weird about in this format is, like, how am I seeing this card this often?
Like, I didn't
Like-
see. I never saw any of my one-drop dorks except for. Oh, I guess I saw the one bird that one time.
Yeah, like, I think there are cards in here I think I may have, like, I feel like I've never cast. Like, I think I've seen my hymn of, like, maybe once. I've never seen my pack rat. And then there are cards, like, I feel like I always see. Like, Remorseful Cleric is a card I feel like I see a lot. I feel like I see my Skull Clamp all the time. Which isn't the worst feeling.
Yeah, I was gonna
have.
say that's.
And then I feel like I always see my Isolated Chapel. So, like, there are. It's just, you know, it's random. Random doesn't always mean even.
Yeah.
As
I just want to look at my curve again
sure.
a little bit more carefully.
Mhm.
I just feel like something's not right. If I'm just drawing nothing but 4 drops.
Right.
And like, maybe I should just keep mulliganing until I see those 1-drops, but
But no, that's not. You're right. Against to some degree, you should be seeing more of
There's
them.
one right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do have a lot of 4-drops.
So yeah, maybe we
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
yeah, it's one less.
Yeah.
So maybe we should pick up maybe 1 or 2 4-drops to cut. I'm kind of in the favor of this. I don't think.
The territory.
I think getting to 7's a bit of a pipe dream in this deck. And so it's just a 4 mana for a 5/5 vanilla. Honestly, I think you'd in that instance you'd much rather have like the Arbor back because at least it gains you life.
Yeah.
For 1 more mana. Let's see. I'm kind of falling off the mana Hydra. At least for this, just because you're not playing against a blue deck, right? So
Sure.
like just for this meta call,
Yeah.
we'll say.
Down at the bottom.
I mean, I feel comfortable just swapping
Yeah.
for a land, honestly.
Sure.
At this
Sure.
point.
Yeah, if you feel like you're not hitting your land drops the way you want to.
Because I'm at 34 right now.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be at 36. Let me just pop these 2 out for 2 forests,
Sure.
honestly.
Okay, we'll come back to this.
And just do that.
Yeah, I'm just
For now?
gonna do that for now.
Okay.
And we'll just. What time is it?
Yes, please.
9:30.
Yeah, we got some time for more games.
Yes. Wait, what did I just do?
Mm.
I just took it. I think I took it out of a green sleeve and put it in the other green sleeve.
Oh.
Oh, got it.
So yeah. Get this going.
Let's continue this. I want that.
Shuffle these up real good too.
I want to start using these gas cans that we took finally.
Wait. Maybe it was just a reflection. I saw a green sleeve. It was just probably just a reflection of a green card on the
Yeah.
reflective back.
Oh, more bodies. That's something.
Next, and I think we're good.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, someone. I feel like I was reading somewhere that the pile shuffle actually doesn't do a very good job of.
No, I don't think it does.
Shuffling.
That's what I've also heard.
So that's what I would always do when I first finish sleeving a deck.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I think this is literally just like as good as it gets.
yeah.
You're not wrong.
Let's give this.
And then I think like me as an opponent, if I want to then see that your deck is shuffled, you cut it more. You cut the deck into at least like 3 or 4 pieces.
Sure.
And then that's.
Yeah, it's less about making sure it's fairly shuffled and more about that it's well shuffled because all
Yeah.
the lands were together.
Right. I guess yeah. This is technically now a new match. We should roll die. I'm even.
Even.
I'm first, and I'm mulliganing.
Oh,
Okay.
One land,
It's another catch.
which happens to me annoyingly often, just because I think I'm running 34 land, maybe less.
I'm happy with this.
And some of my land are like things like Field of Ruin, Wasteland.
Yeah.
There's
Um,
also the climbing axe.
I normally borrow Ada's Strip Mine.
Going at that.
I actually saw an interesting thing on it was on the command zone,
Yeah.
but I feel like it could apply here as well.
Sure.
Like if you have a lot of decks that use like, you know, all your decks use a Soul Ring or Solemn Simulacrum, Sense
Sure.
Divine Tap, that sort of thing.
Right.
Make a personal check card list.
Mm.
So like you.
Right. So like that way you can. I like that.
Yeah. So like you have your check card list that has okay, this is my top or this is my.
Yeah.
You know, whatever rare cards that you only have one copy of, and then you pull it from your token bin or whatever.
6. You said you're keeping?
Yep.
I think I'm mulliganing again to the second 6.
Sure.
3 drops with 2 lands. A Path to Exile, but I just don't want to be held back on that 3rd land while my goal to hold you back is to then also ramp you.
Yeah.
Especially against a green deck. That's just not smart. I'm in a lot of ways when it comes to the body, like to the body game.
Yeah.
That's my downside.
Right.
Is in theory the mid-range more aggro matchup. Your bodies will beat my bodies, so I gotta beat you faster.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This I'll keep. Scry 1, leave it.
All right. See you later, Jeff.
Yep, I will start with a tapped Godless Shrine.
Okay.
Pass.
Forest.
Yeah, with the climbing app.
Sorry.
Okay.
Go.
Plains. Pass.
What?
Courser.
Courser is double green.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play this forest first.
There we go.
And do nothing with my floating colorless.
Okay.
Generic, whatever. Mario's Soul of the Accord revealed on.
Yep.
I got you, fam. I got you.
Plains. Judge! I need some judgment.
These cards are dumb.
I vote for you.
Really.
Yes. What would you like to vote for? You can vote for any non-land
Yeah.
permanent that I don't control. One of the few answers to
So
true name.
dumb.
It's the one of the only answers to true name because we
Yeah.
choose
Yeah.
not targets.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of the only. I think it's like the only single target removal spell that gets rid of
Things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's actually in almost every white deck because of it. Pass.
Play Radiant Fountain.
Gain 2 life. Oh, we need to reset. Whoops.
Make it over here.
Power bad, chat. Garrick.
Over here where I am.
Garuk.
I thought it was Garrick.
I don't know. I like
For sure.
Garuk.
I do too. But I was corrected too many times by Jesse.
Well, he's not here anymore. He's all over on the West Coast where he can't hurt us.
Hi Jesse, if you're watching. You're not, I know.
Yeah.
I know I can see you.
I think we can
Ooh,
use
that's cool.
these caves.
Oh, yeah, it is. Good job at 19.
Okay. I think this. Oh, that's my Courser. Okay.
Sure. Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
The base that we set up for the crocodiles. We could just go there saying,
I don't like it, but I gotta do it. Yeah. Wish to Unmaking the Rook.
Yep.
Exile it. I lose 3 life. I don't like it, but I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Your turn.
You know what I was gonna do. Just keep making more beasts.
Yeah.
Help.
No.
Rumbling for 3.
I take 3.
Go.
Fatal push. CMC 0.
Alright. It is dead.
Pass.
You can't get to that. Or you guys can't get to the cave.
I think we're both having the same issue.
For you.
Senseis.
To the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Wait, in response to the Sensei's top on the
sure.
stack,
Sure.
activate this. We both loot.
Each player draws a card and then discards.
Yeah, I want to do it while you don't have a chance to make it actually obscenely good.
Okay. Discard this first.
I'm going to discard this Vampire X Mage.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, now top resolves.
Okay. I'm going to look at the top 3 cards.
Yep.
I like that I would put you on the rebreather.
Yeah, because I wanted to do that, but I don't want you. In response, I look at my top 3 cards. Oh, there's the one I want to draw. Thanks for letting me top.
I'm going to draw
Yeah.
this card.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this Field of Ruin.
Okay.
I'm going to sacrifice this Field of Ruin to break your...
I think it has to target a non-basic land.
Yeah,
So.
one of those 2. It's like I'm almost okay with you doing that,
Mm-hmm.
but I probably shouldn't be.
Okay. I'm gonna go get a swamp.
And I will get a Plains.
Oh, we're taking cold damage now. Yes, please.
Yeah. Ha! You just shuffled your top away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh,
Idiot.
I don't really need it, honestly.
I'm really okay with it because now, like, I was like, God. I was like, I wouldn't know. Gyre Region top? Like,
Honestly,
that's just so good for you.
I needed the Plains more than I needed the top
That's fair.
at this moment.
That's fair.
I didn't see one in the top 3, so...
Yeah, no. If you didn't see one of the top 3, yeah, that's fair.
If you jump up, you'll get the credit for the
I guess my thing with that is if you looked at the top 3, what'd you draw off the top? Do I know
I
that?
got the Field of Ruin.
Oh, the Field of Ruin. Oh, okay.
You didn't know that. But...
Right. Okay. Sorry. For some reason, I thought the Field of Ruin was already on the battlefield. Okay. No, that's fair.
Oh,
Because yeah, I was like, then why didn't you Field of Ruin?
Yeah.
And then yeah, that's yeah. And okay, and what else do you do?
And then I'm going to play that Amaria.
Okay.
Amara.
Okay. My turn.
And I think it's...
Oh, Swamp's untapped.
Yep.
That might make a difference.
So you go.
It does not make a difference.
That was a decent turn.
Yeah.
I got my mana fixed and got something on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, Field of Ruin.
Get off the board.
Definitely.
So I'm
Escalate to
trying to
discard a
decide if I'm
card.
gonna escalate. I am not escalating. I'm just
Okay.
gonna give it -2/2.
Sure. That's fine.
And then Smuggler's Copter.
Oh god. Okay.
Pass.
Wasn't that banned in
Standard.
yeah.
It turned it just made Planeswalkers obsolete, and it could be played in any deck. So
Yeah.
like that's why. It was a 2-mana 3/3 flyer. Like it just killed Planeswalkers. It was just too good. It was just too much value on one card.
Rex Age.
Too much value on one card.
Sega.
This is a good game.
Yeah. Now it's working.
Yeah. Spirit of the Labyrinth. Each
That's
player
involved.
can't draw more than one card.
Okay.
And Rune Raider. which specifically doesn't draw cards.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I was really looking forward to Rune Raider, play Rune Raider, crew the smuggler's copter, loot. Actually, I wouldn't have looted because I would have the Spirit Level in hand. I probably would have been fine.
Like
cycling it.
this.
Okay.
I think I need to Banishing Light the Pirate Bob.
Okay.
And then
So you're at 22 and I'm at 14.
I'll rumble him.
I'll take 2.
And then I'm going to tap 2 and tap this for 1 white
Mm-hmm.
to play a Centaur Healer.
To gain 3 life. Okay. Yup.
Nope. Should be 25.
Ugh, that's bad. You just got rid of 2 of my best card.
Yeah. Okay, so you go.
Interesting. Pass.
Oh, we're this much closer into the single.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swing both. Yep.
Block.
Oh.
And I'm gonna take the 2, but I'm also just flashing in Hushwing Griff.
Okay.
Creatures ETB don't cause things to trigger.
Sure.
But I trade
Trade.
those off, and I take 2.
Cool. So you go. I think
Pass.
cards have been filled.
Probably.
Swing for 2.
Declare blocker.
Okay.
Trade.
Yep.
Okay. What's your ETB value? It's probably gonna be worse than I want it to be.
It runs into a single entrance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I think I get those healer Centaur hands.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. I should have known better.
Okay.
My turn.
Yep.
Field of Ruin.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of your Nykthos.
Yep. I will get a
Wait, I'm gonna get a. I am also gonna get a Blaze. See, I wasn't sure what you drew.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that your ETB trigger was. It just either wasn't an ETB trigger or what, but this enters the battlefield, I gain 3 life.
right.
Um,
So you're like, okay, I can get rid of the Hushwing to get the shield
Yeah,
mare as long as my
I-
shield mare is better than his.
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever he had, and honestly, I should have known better that it wasn't. Your mid-range, every top deck is value.
Yeah.
So that was probably an incorrect call. I should have just taken the 2. And just played the 2/3 to stabilize on the board the fact that the 2/3 beats your rep stage.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly.
Pass.
And then that one is per red.
No, it can't be blocked by red.
Oh right.
And if you ever target it, I gain 3 life.
Oh okay.
So yeah.
There's no one behind you.
Rumble. PD.
Block the 6.
Okay.
Take 3. Oh, first there's a trigger
Oh, there's
on the
a-
attack trigger,
yeah.
so even before blocks.
I'll pull him out.
Okay.
And then blocks.
Yeah, block. I
Take
take 3.
And so go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just dead. Vindicate. Destroy target permanent. Yep. Indestructible.
Indestructible.
Scry 1. That's game. Yeah, you got enough. Beep beep on board.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was a game.
Yeah, it was.
That was much fun.
Oh, what time is it? 4 minutes. Enough time.
For
It's
one
Can
more?
Lander. Yeah, one more.
Alright.
Just one more.
Don't forget your Bob.
Yeah. Yeah. You getting rid of Pirate Bob and the Smuggler's Copter is what really hurt.
Yeah.
Um,
You had some good removal early on.
Yeah,
I
I shouldn't have sacrificed Upswing Griff. That was just greedy.
Yeah, but even if
The Rex Sage wasn't gonna kill me.
I still would have played the Titan
Right.
and just wouldn't have gotten to play the enter trigger.
Yeah, that's also fair.
I just was like, on a bonus, I can get back my Centaur
Yeah.
this turn. I just would have gotten it turns later if.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that the one card they brought up in the Selesnya
Mm-hmm.
Highlander tech was the green creature with ferocity. Creatures have
Mhm.
haste.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Sarkon, or not
yeah.
Sarkon. Sirach.
Sirach, yeah.
Sir-
the
yeah.
other Sirach.
Yeah, mono green Sirach. Yeah, I like him a lot. I think he's very good.
Yeah.
He's a card you would definitely want in this deck.
Yeah.
Because, like they said, haste is a keyword that you do not have easy access to.
Right. You're on the play.
Yes. One land. This deck probably wants one more land.
It's crazy how much different it feels. You're like, I mean, just having one more land doesn't make that much of a difference. But I mean, already this deck feels. I have
Way
no way
better.
of telling if the lands I put in are the ones that I changed. But
Sure.
this is a very keepable hand.
Okay. Let's see what that looks like. I'm on a play, obviously. Keep. Keep.
Okay. Keepy.
Yep. Soul Ring. Cast.
Storing Wildwood. Go.
Yeah.
Start with Bitter Blossom.
Uh-huh.
Follow up with Stoneforge.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go find a Bloodforge Battle Axe.
This is what we're doing now, I guess.
This is you. This is your life. Are you ready for this?
I am not ready for this.
Shout out to John Galvin for giving me this Beer Blossom for the cheap price of $25. Pass. What does one do in the face of such relentless hate, Redbeard?
Ranch Walker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, plus one.
Yep. Graveyard or bin? Or top or bin?
Oh yeah. I'll leave that on top.
Okay. Untap. Oh, this is in my hand. It's not on the battlefield. That would be stupid.
Yeah, I would.
Make a fairy token.
And use this.
And I lose one. Draw.
Doesn't seem that bitter.
He's a pretty bitter boy. I'm gonna throw down the Bloodforge Battle Axe
Yes.
Well, it's not a.
and
Not move.
you this. Each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. If they can't, discard a card. I'm gonna sacrifice this fairy.
Yeah.
Pass.
Okay.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. I lose a life. As I make a fairy. Draw. Armageddon. Destroy all lands. Play my lands for turn. Swing him with a 3/2.
I should have tapped that first.
Oh, tap for
Oh,
mana.
but it would have gone away when you went to combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass.
Wow.
Okay.
Soul Ring. I'm going to attack. I will create a 1/1 soldier with life link.
Double block.
Alright, I'll assign damage to the mistake.
Okay.
So yeah.
Untap. Upkeep. Lose a life. Make a 1/1 fairy. Fairy. Take up the Bloodforged Battle Axe. Fairy. Take the Bloodforged Battle Axe to the mountain. Through the dome. Swing. So a 3/1 flyer and a 3/2.
Block.
Okay. Okay. Trigger. Yeah. Trigger
Yep.
makes another battle axe. I'm gonna represent that with a
Sure.
different thing. And pass.
Aspiring Cleric.
Gain full life. Okay.
Okay.
Untap. Upkeep.
I did your one.
Yeah. Make another fairy. Draw. Equip a fairy. Swing 6 in the air. Make 2 more battle axes. Pass.
Archangel Thing.
Ruh-roh Raggy. Okay.
Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep.
Actually, we can get these modern.
Okay, we just know these are fairy tokens. This is
Yeah.
draw.
Which I think we can get if I'm following this map correctly. I think we can get it next time.
Equip this fairy with this axe. Swing.
So-
The map that I linked you to.
swing
at the top, it
5 in
has,
the air.
like, a regular map, a caves map,
Or yeah, 5.
craft
Or
map.
actually, yeah, 5-1 in the air.
Okay. I'll take 5.
Oh, by the way, Matt, my attunement altar is not working. No.
Pass.
No, I rebuilt it a couple times. I don't know if it's glitched or not.
I was thinking the one card that crawls him out of this is Archangel of Thune.
Yeah, it is. Shall I
Oh.
enter combat?
Yeah, feel free to. If you need to put that in
Swing
there,
with the
there's
Archangel
a
thing.
crystal chest and some
Um.
it's got all my stuff in it. You know.
No.
Cool. Nice.
I can't believe I drew those lands exactly as I needed them.
You bitch.
I'm doing better after the Armageddon than you.
Yeah. I really didn't think you'd be able to crawl out of an Armageddon with a Bitter Blossom and a Bloodforged Battle Axe and a Soul Ring.
I got exactly what I needed.
I didn't think this was a beatable board state.
It's kind of beautiful. I had this in hand. I drew the Soul Ring, had one land in hand, drew the other 2, and I got exactly the lands I needed to.
I take the 3.
Okay. I gained 3.
Yeah.
I put 1/1 counters on each of my guys.
Yeah.
Sega.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Well, that's the thing. I know it's a 19 by 19 structure, so I use sources to count out 19 by 19.
Equip the Plague Crafter.
Yep.
I'm at 11. You currently
I read
have
that space
4,
out myself.
8, 12 on board.
Yep, use Dreadstone for that.
Yeah. Swing for 5. Swing for 5. And swing 3 in the air.
Okay.
And like I use dirt on top of my on top of the root or not the root, the arc marble for the where it dips out and the pillars need to go up. I use dirt so that I can just place
I'll
it
block
by
this
the
here.
side, not have
Okay.
to place anything in the hole.
Yeah.
The arc's supposed to be hollow.
Sheltering Light.
Okay.
And half of it's off a cliff, so that doesn't help.
Okay. I get in for 8.
You get in for 8.
This fairy dies.
Yep.
I think I'm dead. Pass. Yeah. If I don't top deck a planes, I think I lose.
Have you looked
If I
at
haven't
this
lost
dice?
already.
Yeah.
what? Because you have one guy, one flying
I have
guy
one
left.
fairy.
So I'll get in for 4. I'll get in for 8, putting you at 3,
Well, I keep finding.
and I'll go
I
up
keep finding
to
boxes of machine cases
7,
randomly in the
and then you can deal
randomly in the world. I can go get these.
5.
These are currently not equipped to anything.
No, it's not.
Actually, I
No,
think I need
it's
to leave
not,
someone untapped.
It's not machine casing like what you have with the
Maybe I
reactor
should
and
just
whatnot.
take it
It's
slow.
just, it's weird, it's nice, it's dark, it looks mechanical. That could be good for your floor.
I think I just.
Swing with Archangel.
Yeah. Maybe.
This is tough.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get another fairy, so you can hit me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. You can hit me for 11. I need to be able to block. If you put 4, that would be 3, 4, 5. This is okay. I think I just swing with the Archangel right now.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure that I chump because I can't afford to lose more life. And you're gaining the life no matter what.
3, 4, and then these. I'll go.
Yeah.
On counter.
Yeah. And then to me,
Yeah.
untap, upkeep,
Here's
draw.
one.
That's annoying.
I'm not gonna help out, but feel free to do whatever you need to do.
Jeez.
I should do that. Let's see. I think we have to go into the office.
Equip.
Mm-hmm.
Swing 7.
Mm-hmm. I'll block with the Inspiring Cleric.
Okay. They'll trade.
Yep.
Pass.
Alright, good night.
This is
Alright,
so
I will-
stupid.
I'm gonna go ahead and
It is.
go to bed.
I'm now actually really happy with that card.
Which one?
That,
The cleric?
yeah.
Yeah. It actually did a lot better than I anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
Angel of Mention.
Fuck off! What are you doing, Redbeard?
I think I'm gonna make 2 servants.
Yeah, you make 2 fucking servos. Was that in your hand?
No, I just topped that.
Okay.
I'm going to swing.
He's gonna block.
Okay. I gain 5.
Yeah.
And then everybody gets a counter.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, did you have a response?
You get it's getting +1/+1. You gain a little more.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because everything else, like,
My turn.
if this angel had that much text, it would still
Yeah.
be. Yeah, it's your turn.
I'm sorry. I just want to.
Yeah.
See if I'm
just dead here.
I think I am. That's CMC5, CMC5, CMC5. I can only target Shalai anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm just dead.
I can't believe I walked out
Yeah.
of that.
You
didn't get any lands after
I
that?
needed a plains.
Yeah. That is unfortunate.
Or, like, and even honestly, another swamp. Because then I could have removed all the counters from Archangel, and I could have, like, multi-blocked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cannot believe...
I can't believe I drew exactly, like, I drew 2 planes in the Soul Ring.
Yeah.
I had the Forest in hand.
Right.
I needed those 2 planes to cast all of these.
That was insane.
Powerful magic.
Yeah. I'm like, this is, like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna tell my friends how I resolved on turn 2
Bitter Blossom
and Stoneforged.
to get to the...
Went to go get Bloodforged Battle Axe. Maybe the correct answer should have just been Jite.
What? I don't...
Jite, it can kill your creatures. I can give your creatures minus and my stuff plus. Like it's just obnoxious.
Yeah, I think
kill the cleric.
I think the Jite would have gone further just because you have that
but
control.
that's just it. It's good, definitely better for the long game. But a Bloodforged Battle Axe.
You felt that it was going to be over a lot sooner.
Yes, yes, I really did.
You had what, 6 axes at the end there?
Yeah. Actually, only 4 because I wasn't able to connect for a while.
Yeah. That was beautiful though.
Oh my god.
So when's the next Highlander tournament at Giga?
Oh, it's the second Sunday. It's the second Sunday or second? It's the second Sunday of every month.
Okay.
So it'll be the weekend before. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Okay, I'll see if I can make it.
Yeah.
That was fun though.
It's on
I don't think
It's on. Oh yeah, it's on Sunday. So I'll need to see if I can swap shifts with someone and go. But yeah.
Now the only other concern I have is if I do want to do Mardu Aristocrats, if this steps on the toes of that, I'll have to see if I have another Skull Clamp at the very least. There's maybe a couple things I can swap around. Too.
If you want to have your Mardu Aristocrats commander deck and this.
Yeah, at the same time.
Sure. I get that.
Anyway, this was really fun. Those last 2 games definitely felt better.
And that's just you tweaking there. I remember the first time I put this together, Redbeard, I lost 8 games in a row.
Yeah.
To a Grixis control deck and Salt Island combo. Yeah. It was not enjoyable. But then I played against mid-range, and my deck felt better. I made some tweaks because I realized I was missing some stuff.
Yeah, mid-range against mid-range seems like the more interesting.
Yeah, there's I think honestly my favorite deck to play against is an Abzan mid-range deck, and oh my gosh, so I think I took it out of this deck. So one of my pet cards that I like that I played in this deck is called Gerard's Verdict.
Okay.
It's white-black sorcery. Target opponent discards 2 cards. For every land they discard, I gain 3 life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's just supposed to be very disruptive and annoying. Mm-hmm. He discards Lingering Souls and Loxodon Smiter. Loxodon Smiter says if an opponent would make you discard it, you put it on the battlefield. Lingering Souls has flashback.
Yeah.
1 black, make 2 1/1s.
Yeah. So you got them for nothing.
I literally got 0 value.
You got negative value.
That was our game. That was the game 2 after a really long, good game 1. That's how game 2 went.
Yeah.
There is a $5 buy-in to the thing, but everyone gets a prize, and basically how it works is for every player, Ada picks out 2 prizes. Each one is about $5 relevant to the format.
Oh, cool.
And then of about $5 value, there are like 1 or 2 prizes that are slightly higher, and then whatever the standings are, that's the order that you just pick off the table. Like that's how I got my Fatal Push.
I like that.
Yeah. Like that's how I got.
That's very fun.
Yeah, it is. Like that's how I got my fatal push. It's how I got just a couple of things.
Yeah.
It's how I got actually this Sorin that's in this deck. This one, the Lord of Innistrad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was the last prize I got. So. Yeah, it's so there's just.
Oh, he's the one that can immediately emblem.
Yeah. That's so good.
But no, that was really fun. I think I
Yeah.
will keep it constructed for now.
Okay.
I might pick out a couple things because I do. I mean, I play Commander more than.
Sure.
play this,
But I mean, a lot of the people like Jared.
Yeah.
Up there, like he plays Commander, like a non-zero amount of the Commander players play Highlander now.
Yeah, I understand that. But it's just still my.
Yeah. No. I'm not gonna stop playing Commander. It's a dumb format. God. No. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed this. I liked helping you build that deck. That was a lot of fun. And there are just like for maybe $20 you could actually make that deck like just so much better with like little things, you know.
Yeah.
That can make stuff better. And honestly, yeah, I think we kind of got a better idea of the mana base.
Yeah, it definitely felt. I mean, it's hard to tell if that actually made a difference or not, but
right,
it definitely felt better.
Right, like I feel like that deck actually probably wants a Mother of Rooms. It's she's just really good. And honestly, I think like you might be like Armageddon is actually not that expensive.
No, yeah, I actually when I saw them talking about that on the podcast, I was like, ooh, yeah, that does make sense because you're like, I don't care, I got dorks,
you got a Soul Ring.
I got a Soul Ring, like
and literally that's what just happened.
Yeah,
that is exactly what happened. You top deck like a boss to get it, but still. Oh, but yeah, this is Ash Barons. They are actually decently expensive because Commander and mostly Pauper.
Yeah, like, and they were only printed in Commander.
This and Masters 25.
Yeah.
But I have some, like, we should do some trading.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, we're not going to do that on stream. I think Hollowed Spirit Keeper would be fine in your deck. Like,
I don't want to...
Oh, right, we did. Like, a Declaration in Stone is a super cheap, versatile removal.
For sure.
Yeah, so like there are definitely tons of great ways, and honestly, like even this GT, this was $12.
Yeah,
like that's I got a.
I think there's a lot of things I would look to trade before I spend money right now.
Yeah. Let's see.
But I have some trade value.
Yeah, you definitely have trade value. I think like Bygone Bishop is one of the best 25-cent rares I ever bought.
Recast a creature spell with 3 or less. Investigate. Oh.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah, and he's a 2/3 flyer. So for me, because I do have, some equipment I care about, he picks up that Bloodforged Battle Axe. Real nice.
Yeah.
And then there are, So yeah, I think, ton of fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun helping you build your deck. And, like, I think we also just showed, like, did you just win both those matches?
The last two?
Did you like in the? Who won each best of 3?
I think you won the first.
I think I won the first one.
But I did win one game.
Yeah, and then you. So yeah, and I think that means we went 3-3.
Yeah.
If we counted all like that.
Sure.
And we built this deck right here, pretty budget.
Yep.
Oh
yeah, we didn't put that in.
Oh yeah, that would definitely go in the deck. It's just really good and just very important against certain things like Reanimator.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was the stuff oh yeah, we didn't go through this pile or all of it. Yeah. This was the pile. I was like, these are some pretty good reasons to go Abzan.
Yeah.
I don't think you're a Soul Sister deck quite. No. I don't think you want those.
No. That little bit of life gain got me.
Like it's a big deal, right?
But that was just because I had the arc.
Yeah, like what was the lowest I got you to? Like I think I got you down
in that
to
game.
Like I think it may have only been 7.
I think he got me to 7.
Yeah, I might have gotten you to 5.
And then I could have gone lower, but
you blocked and did some stuff. So yeah, like those I think you did that twice in that game where you just gained some life.
Yeah.
And it stabilized you. So yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for tuning in and watching. I hope you enjoyed this either live or on the VOD. think.
And now when we do Highlander, you can play. And,
Like
if we get people to come in
yeah.
and do Highlander.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that'll be awesome. So what's
Cool.
going on? Monday
will be Strahd, I believe,
I hope so.
as far as I'm aware. With
The suspense is
James's
killing
history,
me.
new character.
Yeah, the asset description was fake.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure if you would get one.
I got some loose details and a.
Because
a
every
person
time
to
I
work
asked
off of.
anyone about it, pretty much the only thing I got was laughter.
Oh. I mean, I just
Ask about it.
I just asked Sam. And
Yeah.
he just gave me some descriptions.
That's what I'm saying. Is whenever I asked Sam or James about it,
yeah.
it was pretty much.
No, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and guess he's either a warlock or.
I don't really want to know because they don't want us to know.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just guessing off what I know about James. He can't not play a caster.
I don't know. He was talking at one point about doing a.
Oh yeah, rogue with the healer's kit. Yeah.
That or the like tactician kind of character.
Oh yeah, the one of the fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, my guess is warlock. Warlock or I guess and yeah, I think warlock and rogue are my two top picks. Maybe bard, but probably not.
Yeah.
Or
we'll find out on Monday.
Yeah, we'll find out. Join us. Things are getting spoopy, and apparently we're about halfway through.
Yeah.
Ooh, what deck came with a telling time?
That was a Minotaur.
I want to trade for that.
Okay.
It's a hard card to find. It's annoyingly slightly more expensive than I really want to pay for it.
Yeah.
And I love the art, and it's a good card.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.